Mark, network stations, we are 1 minute until airtime on the Gators Sports Network for our basketball game broadcast. Studios, please start your archive recording. Stations, if you encounter technical issues during this broadcast, please call the Florida Studio Hotline at area code 336-464-1788. Coming up on 30 seconds until airtime. Mark, 30 seconds until airtime. Once again, stations, if you encounter technical issues during this broadcast, please call the Florida Studio Hotline at 336-464-1788. Stations, your final time cue will be with 15 seconds until airtime. Mark, 15 seconds until airtime.
The following is a Learfield presentation of the Gators Sports Network. University of Florida basketball is on the air.
Lobjar, one dribble, fires for three. Count. Wrestles up a shot, banked it in and one. There you go, Michael Hanlocken.
This is the NCAA tournament on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Florida Victorious, the official NIL partner of the Florida Gators. Starry, charge your game with Starry, official soft drink of Florida Gators basketball. UF Health. At UF Health, we believe human progress has no finish line. Visit humanprogress.ufhealth.org to learn more. And by Wells Fargo, official retail bank of the Florida Gators.
Right to the other end. Hesitates. Sees the crossover in the lane. Layup blocked away at the rim by Howe. Out front to Richard. Two-hand dunk in transition. Wow, wow, wow.
Now let's go live to Raleigh, North Carolina. Alongside two-time national champion Lee Humphrey, here's the voice of the Gators, Sean Kelly.
Good evening, congregation. Welcome to Florida Gators basketball in Greece tonight from Raleigh at Lenovo Arena. It is round one for the Florida Gators. It's the NCAA men's basketball tournament. And tonight here to start the night session, the top-seeded Florida Gators will take on 16th seed Norfolk State. The journey begins here. 6 wins are needed to win the national championship, one step at a time. It begins here against the team that the Gators have only faced one other time in their history, the Spartans from Norfolk State, who are here because they are the MEAC, the Mid-Eastern Atlantic Conference champs. And so tonight we'll see if the Gators can take that good first step, Lee Humphrey, and continue what has become a 6-game winning streak.
Fortunately, Sean, we put ourselves in a great position with the 1 seed. What a fantastic regular season we've had. We're playing our best basketball, and we get rewarded with a 16 seed in the first round. So hopefully tonight is a game where you fill out the NCAA tournament, you work your way into a good flow, and you may start slow, but you want to make sure you just bring the intensity that we've played with all year, and you're going to be fine.
Second time the Gators will be in this tournament under Todd Golden. It seems like a whole different situation, for obvious reasons, than a year ago at this time.
That's right. So last year, playing against Colorado, a very tough matchup. They had 3 first-round or close to first-round draft picks on that team, and now with the 1 seed, Sean, we put ourselves in a great spot to make a deep run.
The tournament championship in the Southeastern Conference will mean what for this Florida team, Lee, after the weekend they put together in Nashville?
I always thought that it bode well for us to have success in the SEC tournament when I played, because you get a taste of what a tournament feels like, the win and go home environment. You've got to win consecutive games, and you've got to beat good teams there. I mean, we beat 3 Final Four caliber teams. I mean, Missouri lost in their first game, but they were a tough opponent. But definitely playing Alabama, playing Tennessee, it's a Final Four type environment, and we went through that gauntlet pretty easily, Sean, so we should be coming in with confidence.
Yeah, the most recent was the win over Tennessee, 86-77, the 6 wins in a row, and 14 of your last 16 have the Gators at 30-4 on the season. And in the 6-game win streak, the Gators are averaging 93.8 points per ball game. They're scoring, they're defending as well, and of course they come in to tonight with 22 of those 30 wins by 13 or more points. It's been a dominant season for the Gators, but it all changes here. It's one and done now just like it was last weekend, but certainly in a more important way. You won't have any back-to-backs, and you'll hope to play on Sunday against the winner of either UConn and Oklahoma, which follows us tonight. Norfolk State, as we mentioned, won the MEAC Athletic Conference Tournament Championship. They were co-regular season champs, 11-3 in league play. They're 24-10. What can you share with us about a Norfolk State team that obviously is not on our radar screen until right now?
They're not, but when you look at their season, they are more tested than a lot of 16 seeds are. They played Baylor at Baylor. They played Grand Canyon. They played a couple other kind of Power 5 opponents and played them closely. And they've been winning. I think they've won 14 out of their last 16, Sean, so they're accustomed to winning. They're going to come in here with confidence, and they're going to give us their best shot.
No doubt. They are a little upset at the Vegas line. Not that we talk about gambling a whole lot, but that was the talk from their head coach yesterday in front of the media. That's Robert Jones, who's in his 12th year at Norfolk State. You think back, speaking of gambling stuff, we don't really talk about this stuff, but at the start of the season, the Gators were 60-1 to win the national championship. They're one of the 4 number 1 seeds. They'll look to take the first step tonight. So far, so clean for the other number 1 seeds, including Duke, who won earlier today easily over Mount St. Mary. So we're all set to go. Partner, this is what we've been waiting for. I think I'm tired enough of watching everybody else play in the last 40 hours or so. It's time to get going.
It's time to watch our own team play, Sean. I'm fired up about this game. It's going to be fun.
Yes, the lead CBS television crew is here at this region. That means Ian Eagle, the voice now of the Final Four in the national championship, has the television call tonight. He's our guest next as we continue the Tower Hill Tip-Off Show from Raleigh on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
To aim higher, run faster. It's what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA to not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units, to not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
No matter where you are in life, VyStar is there. With banking made for moments big and small, auto loans to get you to those road games, credit and debit cards you can use on game day, home loans for the home team fans. And that's just the beginning. We also give back to the places we call home. Visit VyStarCU.org today. VyStar Credit Union, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Go Gators!
Get deals on a new Toyota that feel like... Visit your local Toyota dealer for the Ready, Set, Go event. Get $1,750 in bonus lease cash on a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5. Offer valid through March 31st, 2025. Offer entitled $1,750 bonus lease cash on the lease of a new and untitled 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5 gas vehicle. Bonus cash may be used only toward down payment or capitalized cost reduction on the new vehicle. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
The tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports. And we've got you covered on SiriusXM College Sports Radio. There's complete coverage of every major conference, plus live games and 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now and see offer details at SiriusXM.com/collegesportsradio25.
This is the NCAA Tournament on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield. Once again, here's Sean Kelly.
Welcome back to the Tower Hill Tip-Off Show. We have the pleasure of visiting with the lead play-by-play announcer for March Madness on CBS, Ian Eagle. Good to see you, my friend.
Great to see you, Sean. Excited to see the Gators in person.
It's that time of year where you don't even have the 3 minutes to visit with me. How do you do it? You've done this before, obviously, but have you figured out the formula of getting ready for that first day of work in this tournament?
The reminder for me, Sean, is I say I'm going to do this every year and I don't do it. I want to write a letter to myself and seal it and then open it the morning of the first set of games. And all the note would say is, it's going to be okay. Because ultimately, once the games start, all the prep and all of the brain power that you've put into learning 8 teams, that's when the fun begins. Yeah. So that's how I view it. It's going to be a blast. It always is. And this event always delivers.
Speaking of that, out of all the events you do in a year, what makes this its unique self?
It's the unpredictable nature of it more than anything else. You think you know, you could fill out a bracket, you're an expert, you have insight, you don't know. And every year, somebody emerges that you did not expect. Probably the most impressive part of all of it, Sean, you've been doing this for so long. As a play-by-play announcer, you're paid to know what's happening. And yet, there's someone right now that we know nothing about that is going to be the talk of the sports world for one day or a weekend or a week or 2 weeks. And you can't really say that about any other sport. This sport provides that on a yearly basis.
I think you're so right. And I guess I'm just getting old enough now to remember I don't know what I don't know in these situations. Ian, there's a lot of talk about Florida's team. The kiss of death, everybody has said that they could be the team that could win it all. What have you learned about that? Just being in that position for a team?
Sure.
And what have you learned about Florida a little bit here in these early hours?
Well, I think what's happened for Florida is a path that we might have to start getting used to in college basketball, and that is being underappreciated, undervalued, underrated, and then poof, all of a sudden you're the darling. And I think that's been the journey here for Florida, that people weren't really paying attention the way they probably should have, and a couple of results changed that, and then obviously the SEC tournament, everything changed, and they've become a very popular pick. That shifts how you're viewed. It shifts the dynamic of how people treat you and how you're seen and how you're talked about, and you have to adjust to that. I think Coach Golden has a good handle on it, but even he's going through it for the first time. He's never been in this position where you are now very much the hunted, and that's a great place to be. That means you've accomplished a great deal in a very short period of time.
Ian Eagle, all the best to you and your crew. I hope that you enjoy the heck out of what's to come here in the next few weeks.
And Sean, I think there's probably a chance I'm going to see you again, maybe again, and again, and again, and again, if you start doing the math. So I hope this is a long and fun run, and I hope you have a blast.
Yes, thank you, sir, and I hope you're right. And we'll leave it at that. I'll have fans writing nasty notes to both you and me if we get out of hand.
No. It's all the best, but great seeing you.
Thank you. Back after this on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Gator Nation, this season it's time to act for the greener good. UF and GFL are making great strides to reduce our footprint, and you can help.
Recyclable and compostable paper products, cups, straws, and food waste receptacles are available at the stadium.
Look for the signs and put it in the right can, Greener Gator fan. Think green as you cheer on the orange and blue. Call GFL at 1-800-535-9533 or visit us at gflenv.com. GFL, green for life.
They're not just the Gators, they're your Gators. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Gator pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Gators. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official retail bank of the Florida Gators.
Copyright 2025, Wells Fargo Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
This is the NCAA tournament on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Here, it's the refreshing deliciousness of a Pepsi mini can. It's the perfect complement to any meal. The dash of indulgence your day was dreaming of. The sip that'll have you singing Pepsi.
Nope, not again, Steve. Let's take a cue from the Pepsi mini can and pack all that awesomeness you're feeling into a much smaller treat for everyone. Deal?
So, big awesomeness, smaller size. I think I've got just the thing.
Pepsi mini can. Mini can, big taste.
Progressive understands that bond between you and your boat. But imagine if something happened to it. Without the boat, you're just Tina with too much boat knowledge. Sure, it's helpful on the water, but with no boat, you're someone who talks way too much about knots, and no one cares what a jib is anyway. Boat Tina could get away with it because she has a boat. So make sure your boat is insured. Get Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer, and then go back to being you. Tina, who owns a boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
Set for first round action in the NCAA tournament this evening as the Gators take on the Spartans of Norfolk State. Happy to have you with us inside the UFL studios. Our Tower Hill tip-off show continues. I'm Mike Moat. We welcome you back. Before we focus on this opening round matchup against the Spartans, let's recap the trio of games that led to the Gators capturing their first SEC Tournament Championship trophy since 2014. The journey started last Friday night as they were out to avenge their only home loss of the SEC schedule against Missouri. The senior guards for Florida were the story in the first half.
Quick give the Chinyelu top of the arc, dribbles right, handoff to Richard. Richard step back for three, feeling it, knocked it down, pair of threes now for Will Richard. And the Gators off to an 8-0 start here early. Clayton slows here on the center jump circle. Now speeds up to his left. Kicks it to Condon. Led him to the top of the arc. Dump it corner right. Martin pass fake. Now steps left. Launches a three and buried it. And the Gators are red hot from downtown. 3 of 3 to start the ball game. Clayton deep logo three. Good. He drilled it. Wow.
Walter Clayton Jr., 17 points in the first half. Gators led 50-37 at the break, but Missouri would show us something in the early minutes of the second half, fighting back to within just 4 at 64-60 with 13 minutes to go. Florida, though, turned to their bigs, who took charge of the paint.
Bounce pass to Martin, catching, foul on extended left side. Throws it into Houck, posting up, goes out of a double to a diving Condon, catch it, a dunk is perfect. Well played. Houck, top of the arc, fires for three. Rim glass no good, rebound Condon. Condon back up and scores, and the Florida size is the difference right now.
What a rebound, Alex.
Right over the top of the opponent.
The Gators able to salt this one away from the free throw line in particular, knocking down their attempts down the stretch. Thomas Houck in particular, he knocked down 10 of 12, and that helped the Gators win this one by the final of 95-82. And on to the semifinals we went against Alabama, who matched the Gators shot for shot throughout the bulk of the first half. The lead swapped back and forth until late in the period when the Gators grabbed the upper hand.
Boy, they're blitzing Aberdeen in the front court. Now to Houck for three. Good, he ripped it. Houck never hesitated off the long catch from Aberdeen.
How sweet was that sound with the net right there,
String
John.
music.
The Tide would surge into the lead in the early moments of the second half, but then the Gators turned to the defensive intensity, turned it up a notch, and put together a 32-11 run over a 10-minute stretch.
Sears retreats 2 steps, crossover dribble, picks up Richard now. His pass to the left, tipped, stolen by Clayton. Foot race to the other end. Clayton lays it up and in to score. 11-0 run for Florida. In transition, Clayton lob for the rim. Alley-oop dunk, smashed down by Condon. Holloway into a slipping Stevenson. Layup swatted away by Houck. Loose ball for Klobjar. Racing ahead. Gives to Richard. Wing right three. Pow! Right in the kisser. Timeout, Alabama.
Florida rolls the Tide out of Nashville 104-82, setting a record for the most points scored in an SEC tournament game. The record obtained courtesy of this memorable basket.
Aberdeen gives it to Anderson. Anderson front court left. Drives on foul line. Going to the rack. Lays it up and in. Oh, yeah.
So that set the stage for a Sunday against Tennessee, a win over the Vols, and the Gators would be crowned SEC tournament champs. Only fitting the Vols would be here. After all, they dispatched of Auburn in the semifinals. Back and forth we went in the first half. The game tied at 16, and then Florida put together a 16-4 run to take charge.
Rebound, popcorns to Handlockton. Up top to Clayton, over to Richard. Richard eludes Gainey. Fires for three. Bang, got it. Yeah. Condon takes it to the near side. Hands it off to Clayton, trying to turn the corner. Now passes wing right to the Will Richard on the right sideline. Step back off the dribble. 3-ball. Richard's got another one. 11 to shoot. Gators space the floor. Condon the closest player at the top of the arc. Clayton now begins the dribble. Darts to his right. Backs it out to Richard. Richard over to Aberdeen. Deep three left angle. Boom! Got it with 1 second left. Horn sounds. Aberdeen's the guy in the half to finish off the first 20 minutes.
They were up 9 at the half, but the Vols would climb back into the contest, making it a 5-point game on no less than 3 occasions. They would never get any closer, however, thanks to Walter Clayton Jr.
Martin retreats behind the three-point line. 15 on the shot clock. Send it wing right. Clayton fires for 3. Good. Clayton knocks down a massive shot.
Feels like a while since we hit one of those shots.
It's been a while. 8 minutes to play. Lead is 8 for Florida. Now Richard off the touch, sends it through Houck to the right wing. Clayton fumbled it briefly, dribbles to his left, fires for 3. It's down. Clayton did it again, this time off the dribble.
And then the knockout punch delivered courtesy of Elijah Martin.
Richard bumped by Milicic over half court. There was no call. The Gators save it ahead to Houck. Lob the rim. Alley-oop dunk. Elijah Martin may have just sealed it. Woo! 84-72.
And from there, the celebration was on as the Gators knocked Tennessee out of the tournament and win their first SEC tournament championship since 2014, 86-77 over Tennessee. We only hope this team will do just a bit better than the one in 2014 did, going to the Final Four. We hope a championship is in their future. That journey begins tonight in Raleigh against Norfolk State. More on tonight's opponent as we continue. We'll hear from head coach Todd Golden in just a bit. We'll update you on a busy second day of the first round of the NCAA tournament after this break. Florida and Norfolk State coming shortly on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
It's game time. As the Gators hoops action heats up, there's only one way to cool down: Shock Top Belgian White. So grab your friends and a couple cold ones and toast to the thrill of college basketball. Shock Top Belgian White. Shock your world. This refreshing beer brings a burst of citrus to your glass, making it the perfect choice for cheering on your Gators. Whether you're a rowdy reptile or watching from the couch, Shock Top Belgian White is a slam dunk for all the nail-biting buzzer beaters and unforgettable alley-oops. Shock Chomp. Shock Top, the official craft beer of University of Florida Gators Athletics. Please enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Shock Top Brewing Company, Portland, Oregon.
Hey Gator fans, being part of Gator Nation means that no matter where you go, you and your pets are part of the Gator family. That's where Pet Paradise comes in. At each resort, their pet-obsessed staff is ready to help your pet feel right at home. New customers can try Pet Paradise for free with a 1 free stay or play reservation, which includes a day of camp or a night of boarding. At Pet Paradise, boarding, grooming, day camp, and training are all under one roof. Score big with complete pet care for Gator Nation at Pet Paradise.
This is the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
No matter where you are in life, VyStar is there. With banking made for moments big and small, auto loans to get you to those road games, credit and debit cards you can use on game day, home loans for the home team fans. And that's just the beginning. We also give back to the places we call home. Visit VyStarCU.org today. VyStar Credit Union, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Go Gators!
It's that time of year again. My schedule is packed with bracket-busting, three-point shooting, non-stop basketball action. I don't want to miss a second of it. That's why I go for a 5-hour energy shot. They're perfect for my days packed with back-to-back games or when my favorite team's playing late. 5-hour energy keeps me going during the broadcast and the next morning when I need to get myself up and to work. Visit 5hourenergy.com for great deals and to stock up before tip-off.
Pre-game coverage continues with a look at the Florida Blue scoreboard. Let's go inside the UF Health studios.
Busy day of college basketball today. The Gators getting set to match up with Norfolk State here in just a few moments. Mike Moat back inside the UF Health studios. One game in progress right now, and that is Maryland. They're taking apart Grand Canyon 71-45. They still have 5:20 before a finish. There's 2 games that's already been played in Raleigh today. Ninth seeded Baylor beat 8th-seeded Mississippi State. That score 75-72. That in the East region. Also in the East, top-seeded Duke got by 16th-seeded Mount St. Mary's. That final 93-49. We'll give you a full scoreboard update in a bit, but back to this matchup after this as we hear from head coach Todd Golden as our pregame coverage continues on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
The Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles reminds you to stay in the game and play by the rules. Texting and driving is against the law. One text takes your eyes off the road for about 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving around twice the length of a basketball court with your eyes closed. To win while driving, you must focus. Put it down and focus on driving to arrive alive.
Publix is here for all your tailgating needs. Publix can keep you chomping and cheering for your Gators from the tailgate to the O-Dome. Dig into our easy-to-share Publix sub platters. Grab an order of hot chicken wings from the deli. And savor some sweet treats from the Publix bakery. Remember to pick up all your tailgating favorites before tip-off at Publix, the official supermarket of the Florida Gators. Select items require advance notice.
This is Florida basketball from Learfield.
To aim higher, run faster. It's what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA. To not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units. To not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
Hey, it's the Goodrich Spiro, and I'm proud to be the official mover of the Florida Gators football team. The Gators have a winning tradition, and they choose Good Greek to get them there. And when it's time for you to move like a Florida Gator and call Good Greek Moving and Storage. Whether it's local or long distance, Good Greek can do it all. And we'll save you time and money by lightening your load with our junk removal service. So go to goodgreek.com for Good Greek Moving and Storage, official movers of Florida Gators football.
Good Greek Moving and Storage, your superhero movers.
Coach Golden, welcome back to the NCAA men's basketball tournament. This is a good spot to be for your basketball team.
Definitely great to be back in a better position than we've been before. Our guys are very excited. Obviously had a great week last week, and we're trying to keep the momentum going here tonight against Norfolk State.
Coach, not just a great week, great month so far. You've won 6 in a row. Would you say that your team is playing its best basketball right now?
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. 6 in a row, I think 12 out of our last 13, and beat some really, really good teams last week. We're back fully healthy. I feel like guys have a really good understanding of the expectations and their roles, and we've continued to play really well together over that time period as well.
Todd, this work began back in October, and it felt like you guys were kind of like polishing things up there at the end. What did you guys, in your estimation, fine-tune before getting to the postseason?
Again, I just think getting healthy and getting everybody on the same page. As you know, we were dealing with a lot of injury issues in the back half of conference play, missing Walt for a game, Elijah for a few, Kondo for a few, Sam. But now getting Micah back and everybody back fully healthy, I feel like we really recaptured that in Nashville, and we had a good week of practice, and I expect us to play well again tonight.
Coach, you mentioned you felt like you were in a different position than a year ago. Exactly the case, and so comes with that is a lot of attention as well. This is a team that's thrived on kind of having a chip on their shoulder, maybe saying they're the underdog even though they're not at times. How do you keep that going in now with all the attention that's come your way?
It's going to be a challenge, a new challenge, and we talked a lot about handling success over these past couple days. You go to Nashville and you win the SEC tournament, you're not flying under the radar anymore. We talked a lot about how a lot of different publications and outlets predicted us to win the national championship now, and that's a far distance from where we were just 2 weeks ago. And again, handling success, making sure we stay humble and hungry, make sure we attack everything we do with a great sense of urgency. That's been the key, and our guys have done a good job of doing that over the past couple of days.
What about you personally, Coach? Have you talked to anybody who's guided you over your career as about being in this kind of new position and whatnot? How are you handling it yourself?
Not really, to be honest. Fortunately, I have my staff to lean on for that, and they've done a great job keeping our guys prepared, keeping our guys ready. And, it's a new experience for me, but I'm ready for this moment.
Tell us more about Norfolk State, Coach. What are you up against tonight?
You know what? They're a very veteran squad, a program that's won a lot of games. They have a great understanding of winning. They play really, really hard. Coach Jones is a great coach. They never back down to top competition. I don't expect them to back down to us tonight. Their backcourt's really good. Brian Moore's a really good, talented player. Ings, their point guard's great, and Jalen Myers does a great job for him in the front court. We have our hands full with them tonight.
Is there a particular style, Coach, that they have that maybe you haven't seen all year?
I think they will just throw a couple different wrinkles at us. They'll press us a little bit, kind of a tempo press to try to slow us down. We know we'll see some zone tonight. We might see 40 minutes of zone tonight. And if we don't, we're going to see a packed-in man defense that's really trying to get in the gaps and prevent us from getting downhill and getting to the rim. So we got to keep it simple tonight. We, play for each other, make the extra pass. Don't try to overdo it. If we catch ourselves over-penetrating or try to, drive between two defenders, we're going to get ourselves in trouble. If we make the simple one, play off 2 feet, and make the extra pass, we'll be in good shape tonight.
In addition to those things, is there anything that you'll say that you want them to have in their brains last when you huddle them up to leave the locker room tonight?
Just when in doubt, play hard. Make sure you're giving it all you got. Our guys are really good that way. It might not be perfect. This is a good team. We might start off slow, whatever it is. We just got to make sure we handle the moment properly, slow ourselves down, and just stay together. Our guys will do that. We'll be in good shape tonight.
Coach, thanks. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Sean.
Head coach Todd Golden here. We're prior to tip-off, starting lineups coming up after this on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Gators Nation. Just like the Florida Gators dominate on the court, Renewal by Andersen dominates when it comes to top quality replacement windows and doors. Our exclusive Fibrex material is built for performance, energy efficiency, and long-lasting durability. Just like your Gators. As a proud partner of Florida Gators basketball, we're bringing slam dunk savings to your home. Call now for your free consultation and take advantage of our special offers. Don't let old windows hold you back. Upgrade with the winning team. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of Florida Gators basketball. License number CGC 1527613.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip. Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
This is the NCAA Tournament on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
No matter where you are in life, VyStar is there. With banking made for moments big and small, auto loans to get you to those road games, credit and debit cards you can use on game day, home loans for the home team fans. And that's just the beginning. We also give back to the places we call home. Visit VyStarCU.org today. VyStar Credit Union, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Go Gators!
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
The following is a Learfield presentation of the Gators Sports Network.
This is Gators head coach Todd Golden, and I'd like to thank these major partners for making it possible to bring you this radio broadcast of Florida basketball. UF Health, Wells Fargo, and Pepsi. Now, let's join the voice of the Gators, Sean Kelly.
Okay, let's do this. Round one of the NCAA men's basketball tournament. Number 1, Florida. Number 16, Norfolk State. Step 1 in a 6-step journey to a national championship. The Gators at 30-4 take on Norfolk State, who comes in with a record of 24-10. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Steve Egan, Lee Humphrey, I'm Sean Kelly. Courtside here at the home of the Carolina Hurricanes in Raleigh for tonight's basketball game. And seemingly nearing the end, finally, of round one. We've watched everybody else play, Lee Humphrey, around the country. There's one more game to follow us here at this regional, but the wait has been long. But obviously we've enjoyed every bit of it as we get set to play basketball tonight.
It feels very much like we're in the NCAA tournament, Sean, watching the games yesterday, all day today. Finally, our moment is here, and it's going to be fun.
No doubt. And so certainly we've been tuned in to what the players have been talking about. I visited earlier off the bus with Gators guard and now All-American first team Walter Clayton Jr. Walter, can you believe it's been a year since we last did this? You know, this March Madness thing. Does it feel like that?
I definitely feel like that. I feel like it's been a long time coming.
Why is that? Is it because of the way the thing ended last year in round one?
Nah, for sure. But I think also just, you know, I think whenever you look back on a lot of stuff, you be like, oh, that went by fast. But in reality, man, it's been a lot of days of grinding, a lot of days of sweating, working. So I feel like it's just been a long time to get here.
Obviously, things are different for this team, seed-wise, the way the season went, everything else. But when you think about what you perhaps learned from that go-round last year, what did you take from that you can use this time around?
I think the main thing especially was defense. You know, we needed to better our defense, and I think we worked the whole summer and even throughout this whole season just fixing things on the defensive side of the ball. So that was the main thing. And the other thing, I think we already got experience. You know, we got leadership. We already had that type of stuff. So I think, you know, that's also going to help us.
You know, you guys, Walter, flew under the radar here for a while this season. That's over. There are so many people now saying, not only would you win this weekend, but you could win the whole thing. How are you and your teammates handling that attention?
We're telling each other, don't forget what got us here. You know, at the end of the day, we just not getting all this recognition. We getting this, we getting that. But, you know, we can't change our mentality of what got us here, so just keeping that.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, John.
All right, starting lineups in just a moment. First, though, the order of business, Lee's keys for tonight's ball game for the Gators.
Most importantly, Sean, we've got to come out and set the tone, play our style, just bring the intensity that we have all season long. In tonight's matchup, there's not going to be a lot in the scouting report. It's going to be about energy and effort, so want to see all the hustle stats, rebounds, steals, defense holding them to a poor shooting percentage. Those are the numbers I'm looking for tonight.
All right, let's get you the starting lineups now. We'll begin with the 16th seeded Spartans of Norfolk State. Their head coach, Robert Jones, in its 12th season, will go with a three-guard lineup led by Christian Ings, 6'2 senior out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He is a highlight reel dunk kind of guy. We'll keep an eye on Agent Zero, as his teammates call him. Brian Moore is their leading scorer, 18 per game, 6'2 senior guard out of Harlem, New York. Jelani Darden is at one wing, 6'5", wears number 11, and he's out of Norfolk, Virginia. Jalen Myers at the other wing, 6'8 senior out of Huntsville, Alabama. And then Kuel Mading, 6'11 senior out of High Point, North Carolina, the Burlington School. He rounds out the starting five for Norfolk State. Mading, Myers, Darden, Moore, and Ings for the Spartans. Meanwhile, for Todd Golden and the Florida Gators, the usual starting five. Walter Clayton Jr., the All-American at one guard. Elijah Martin, the other. Martin trying to make a journey back to his second Final Four. Will Richard on the wing. The Gators senior is averaging 16.7 points per ball game over his last three. And then in the low post, Alex Condon and Ruben Chignolu. Chignolu, Condon, Richard, Martin, and Clayton. We're all set to go. Our lead official tonight here from the NCAA is Brian O'Connell, Vlad Voyard-Toydal, and Tim Smith also on the whistle. And the opening tap belongs to the Florida Gators. Florida will shoot at the end to our right, away from their bench here in the opening half, and they wear the home whites tonight. Martin comes off the right wing to catch. He's on the right angle and backs up, draws two, picks up his dribble. He's got to throw out of a trap, does so to Clayton on his left. Walter on the bounce, takes a deep three off the logo, buries it. That's how this one starts. A long way out. Walter Clayton Jr. hits the three for the 57th straight game.
Let's get that one out of the way early, Sean. That was deep.
Wow, on the edge of that March Madness logo. Now the green and gold clad Spartans of Norfolk State. Ings pops out to catch, just left at the top of the arc. Flips it to his right. Darden will drive, gets the rack and runs it up and in. Cleared it over two Gator bigs.
Tough floater over Ruben's hand.
3-2 Florida. Clayton drives to the top of the arc, picks up his dribble, looks inside, lobs deep, Connick catches right of the rim, and scores off the catch, leaping past their center, Mading.
Norfolk starting out, trapping pick and rolls. Walter did a good job dragging it out, create that dive opportunity.
5-2 early, opening minute of play, pitching out. Myers gives it up to Ings, dribble handoff to his left, driving up top, Brian Moore. Moore gives it up. Rising is Myers off the dribble. Missed the top of the key jumper. Rebound Florida. Gators on the push with Clayton on the handle. Rises for a transition three. Off the front rim, no good. And rebounded by Darden, the 6'7 senior out of Norfolk. We'll hand it back to Brian Moore, watching them just get settled in. Green jersey, green shorts, gold letters and numbers, trimmed in white, NSU across the chest for the Spartans. A drive to the elbow, a pull-up jumper, glances the rim. Rebound, Darden. Back up top, Ings for three. That's wide left. Rebound, fumbled off Chinilu's hands and grabbed by Meding. Meding hands it to Ings, and they'll get a third crack perhaps at this on the trip to our left. 2 minutes in.
Coach not happy with those two offensive rebounds.
Ings, little hezzy, drives, stops, pops mid-post. Bank shot won't go. Rebounded at the waistband by Chinilu. So the Gators clear it without giving up a bucket. Clayton through Richard to the right wing. Martin for three. That's an air ball. Chase forward on the left wing. Grabbed weak side by Chinilu. Hand to Clayton. Wave off the shot. There's a whistle. Hold the phone. What do we get a whistle about? There apparently was a foul or the clock.
I think they reset the shot clock after that air ball.
Yep, it never touched the rim.
Elijah had a good wide open look in the corner. Maybe a little bit of nerves for this first game.
You've been in this position before, Lee. You've played to open the tournament as a higher seed, expected to win, but yet it's still the first game, right?
Still the first game, and I remember when we were one seed, our second championship, Jackson State played with us till about halftime, and then we blew them out in the second half, so it's a bit unpredictable here early.
All the other one seeds have won handily so far, and off the inbound, Condon throws into the low post, and Chinilu being held by the smaller Brian Moore. 6'2" is going to have a problem with the Gators center at 6'11". First foul of the game.
Nice set play to take advantage of the defense here.
Into Condon, elbow left. This time a pass wing right by Martin. Puts his head down, drives hard, picks it up along the wing right side. Flip out to Condon, over to Clayton. Wing left three, off the rim, no good. Rebound Kondo, over to Richard, right side three, in and out. And a foul on the floor against Norfolk State. Meding charged with the personal foul here, trying to battle Chinilu for another rebound.
Getting our three-point misses out here now after that early hit from Walt.
5-2 Florida. This time an inbound from the right baseline. Finds Condon. Throws it a long way to the left wing. Caught by Richard. Trying to go baseline. Spins. Throws to Martin off the elbow. Martin into the paint. In a crowd. Rises. Push shot left hand. No good. Rebound Chinilu. Gets back up with the right hook and knocks it down. Took a few looks at the rim to get something there, but Florida now leads at 7-2. We're 3 minutes into the first half here in round one.
It's going to be a long night on the glass, I think, for Norfolk.
Not a team that rebounds very well at all, my friend. Here's Darden. Darting to his left. Drives, trying to put up a runner. Swatted away by Chinilu. Ball loose. Grabbed by Clayton. Clayton through traffic. Back pass to Martin. Refeed Clayton on the right wing. Left hand dribble into the paint. Dish underneath. Touch. Block to block and a catch and a dunk for Chinilu. Assisted by Condon.
Love the pace that we're playing at here early. Make them guard us in transition.
136 team dunks now this season. Ings drives off the high middle screen, gets down the right slot, pumps, shoots, missed it, it went in and out. It was a high kiss off the glass. The miss cleared by Chinilu. Outlet pass to Martin. Martin feeds Condon, left side of the lane. Throws out of a double here to the right wing. Caught by Richard for three. No, a little strong. Popcorn rebound off Condon to Clayton. To Richard, inside to Condon. Put it behind his back toward Chinilu, and he wasn't ready for it. It's through Ruben Chinilu and out of bounds. And it takes us to our first media timeout, right at the 16-minute mark.
Two spectacular passes from Alex. He gave a great one to Will for the open three. He missed it, and that behind-the-back pass would have been sweet, Sean.
Florida shooting 40% out of the gate on a 6-0 run. Norfolk State, 1 of 7 here to start the ball game. We step aside. 16 minutes left in the first half in Raleigh. Florida 9, Norfolk State 2. This is round 1 of the NCAA men's basketball tournament on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Publix is here for all your tailgating needs. Publix can keep you chomping and cheering for your Gators from the tailgate to the O-Dome. Dig into our easy-to-share Publix sub platters. Grab an order of hot chicken wings from the deli and savor some sweet treats from the Publix bakery. Remember to pick up all your tailgating favorites before tip-off at Publix, the official supermarket of the Florida Gators. Select items require advance notice.
This is Gator Basketball from Learfield.
To aim higher, run faster, is what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. UF Health, we have that same DNA to not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units, to not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
Look what we have here. It's the refreshing deliciousness of a Pepsi mini can. It's the perfect complement to any meal. The dash of indulgence your day was dreaming of. The sip that'll have you singing Pepsi.
Nope, not again, Steve. Let's take a cue from the Pepsi mini can and pack all that awesomeness you're feeling into a much smaller treat for everyone. Deal?
So, big awesomeness, smaller size. I think I've got just the thing.
Pepsi mini can. Mini can, big taste.
Evan Williams Bourbon is now a proud partner of the Florida Gators. Making Evan Williams Bourbon part of your tradition and game-winning celebrations is a slam dunk. Visit evanwilliams.com to find a bottle near you. Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Bardstown, Kentucky, 43 to 45% alcohol by volume. Think wisely, drink wisely. A couple other notes here about the Spartans. You know, obviously this isn't a team that we talk about very much. The last time these two teams met was round 2 of the 2012 NCAA tournament. Florida beat Norfolk State 84 to 50, but that's right after they knocked out a 2 seed. They beat Mizzou in round 1. Then the Gators dispatched them there in the 2012 tournament. They've had 4 consecutive 20-win seasons. They're the first MEAC team to do so. Their net is 183 coming into this week. They do not shoot the 3 often or well. Try to get in the paint and shoot from mid-range. Spartans ball out of the timeout. Gators lead at 9-2. Sean and Lee with you from Raleigh here tonight. A couple of subs in, including Bladen off the bench. And Myers will take a pass wing left. Dribbles underneath Tommy Houck, who's in for the first time, and Houck forces him out of bounds. Lost the dribble under the goal. Turnover Norfolk State.
What a luxury it is for Tommy and Mike. I mean, we're winning the rebounding 9-3, and we just sub out our 2 bigs and bring in there.
Yeah, unbelievable. Aberdeen in for a first run tonight, too, and a zone trap here. 3-quarter court for Norfolk State. Gators break that. Clayton will walk a dribble here with his left hand back onto the March Madness logo and pitches to Aberdeen. Right back to Clayton. Reset. Over to the right side and Richard. To the elbow to Houck. Back to Aberdeen, who cut along the baseline. He'll throw off the right wing. Swing to the left side. And Clayton's holding. Deep 3 angle left. Good, and he got fouled by Moore. Pow! Woo! What a shot. 6 steps behind the 3-point line. Not only does he hit it, but he hits it with contact and a possible 4-point play. And Walter Clayton Jr. will have his second opportunity this season for a 4-point play.
Wow, Walt, what a shot. I mean, that was a good call, too. He got hit across both wrists, but what control and power.
Free throw's good. And with that, the Gators lead by 11. It's 13-2.
Walt's average make distance, 34 feet.
34 feet.
Maybe. It's deep.
Yeah, it's deep. 10-0 run now. Spartans have missed their last 6 and have a turnover in there as well. Aberdeen guarding up top. On the dribble is Christian Ings. Ings goes right of a high middle screen. Draws Clayton on a switch. Over to Jones. Drives from the left angle. Leaves it inside. Catch, rise, miss by Bladen. Rebounds his own miss. Goes up and is fouled by, it looks like, Hand-Lockton. Bladen will go to the line for the first time on the Norfolk State side tonight. Terrell Bladen, a 3-year captain in high school. Foul is on Hand-Lockton, his first.
Thought Micah had a nice clean block there, but see it on the replay. Looked pretty clean on the replay.
Did. Yep. 51% free throw shooter. On the mark for his average, not for the make. It skips off the side of the rim. Norfolk State is 5-0 in neutral site games. Gators also perfect this season when playing neither home nor away. Second free throw, good. Split them for Bladen. 13-3.
Norfolk stays in the 1-2-2 press.
Aberdeen pushes it as far as he can, lobs it over the top of 2 to Clayton. Back to Aberdeen, and he crosses half court. 14:39 to go first half. Clayton Feeds Houck. Try to go high-low. Nothing there. Back out to Clayton. One dribble to his right. Shoots and buries the three, and he's got 10 already.
Wow, Walt is feeling it, Sean. What a shot.
Remember, he had a career high last year in round one against Colorado. Driving. Ings down the left side of the lane, and a reverse layup is good. He's a lefty, but he likes to lay it up with his right hand, and he loves to do that off the left side of the rim. It's very unorthodox. Loungear waiting to check in. Gators break the press. Houck dribble and drive and kick to Aberdeen. Feed Clayton up top. Steps left. Shoots. Fouled from three-point range by Darden. That was a harder hit. That did not allow the ball to have a chance at the rim, but now the line is Clayton with 10 already.
Walton's at the point now where it's foul the three-point shooter. Don't let him get it off. And foul him hard so he can make all 3 free throws.
I hope I bring this up again. No Gator has ever had multiple 30-point games in the NCAA tournament. He could do that tonight. In fact, only one player in SEC history has multiple 30-point games in the NCAA tournament. It's Tayshaun Prince.
Wow.
Back in the early 2000s for Kentucky.
I was thinking about that one.
Yep.
I was going to go Corliss Williamson was going to be my guess.
I was going to say,
Arkansas.
I thought maybe Anthony Davis. In their championship
That would have been a good one.
Yep.
Or, can't think right now. Chris Jackson at LSU could have been another good. I don't know how many games he got in the tournament.
Yeah.
But
it's amazing that LSU team that had him, they never did go further than they did, but nonetheless. 19-5 now, Florida. 13 for Clayton. Steal by Aberdeen at the free throw line. To Clayton down the left side of the floor. Lob for the rim. Fouled on the alley-oop attempt. He got popped, and off the bounce away from the defender, he still found a way to float this shot in. Possible three-point play now for Houck. And the foul here against Bladen.
Tommy made eye contact with Walt at about half court, and Walt had to wait a long time for Tommy to get down there. I can't believe he got that alley-oop off.
There's a lot of air underneath the pass. Houck's free throw is good, and the Gators are rolling here early. It's 22-5 now, Florida. Ings at the center jump circle. Walks the dribble to his right. Speeds up, passes to Darden. Fields will catch between the circles from him. Through Jones, back to Ings, who cut all the way from the right wing to the left. Ings to the top of the arc. Thought about a three. Chest pass to his right. Fields drives. Stripped by Houck on the right side of the lane. Another takeaway for Florida. Clayton feeds Houck. Try to pass wing left. Tipped out of bounds by Darden into the hands of Norfolk State's head coach Robert Jones. Stay with Florida. Sideline left as Clayton, Aberdeen, Houck, Hanlockton, and Klavjar now on the floor for Florida. Klavjar catches front court right, long pass, and through Clayton it ends up back left timeline for Aberdeen. Quick give and go with Houck. Dart inside, good catch. Hanlockton left of the rim, rises and scores. He eludes 2 different defenders, both smaller.
I thought that pass was getting intercepted. Great catch for Micah.
24-5. Ings drives, got hit, lost the handle. Late whistle here on the collision that forced the ball loose right of the lane. Put it on the baseline here for Norfolk State. Elijah Martin returns. Ruben Chinyulu returns. Clayton gets a break, sits down with 13 points, fouls on Aberdeen.
Love that we completely took away any stress from this game early.
Yes, 21-3 run will do that. Ado currently to the right wing, a three launched, missed. Bladen tips the rebound to himself, drives back to the left side of the lane and into contact. Foul on Chinyulu, put Bladen back to the line. So Jones missed the three off the right wing, and Bladen read the carom perfectly and puts himself in a position to score at the free throw line where he's got 1 point.
Ruben, he definitely deserved that foul before the drive from Bladen. Ruben just completely shoved Fields to the side out of bounds before he went over to stop the drive.
Florida's size advantage is palpable here, obviously, right in front of us.
It's one of the first times I've seen that, I think, this year. That was a bit awkward. I mean, Ruben just discarded the guy to the baseline.
And didn't get called for it.
That did not get called, so a little bit of justice on that drive.
Both free throws good for Bladen. 24-7 Gators at 12:37 to go in the first half. Tip pass in the backcourt, saved by Martin. Martin refeeds Aberdeen. They got to get it across. Do so to Martin, front court left. That was close to the 10 count. Beat it by a second. Aberdeen zips it to the left timeline where Martin catches. Dumps it corner left. Klobuchar for three. Nope. Rebound Hauk left of the rim. Back to Urban. Urban shoves the skip pass angle right to Aberdeen. Drives the rim, lays it up and in. Scores with the right hand. So Aberdeen's in the book now. He's averaging 8 points a game over his last three.
Nice finger roll. No glass on that.
Hangs between the rings. Puts the dribble between his legs. Picks it up. Flips to Jones. Jones dribble handoff. And working here is McMahon. Stripped by Martin. Dives at half court to get it. Now to Hauk to Aberdeen. Euros down the lane. Lays it up. Got hit. No call. Rebound Chinyelu. They're trying to strip him. And they foul him about 4 times. And they call a held ball. And Chinyelu, upset with all the contact and no foul being called, has to be separated from the Spartans. The call on the floor is a held ball. The arrow belongs to Norfolk State, and it takes us also to immediate timeout. The officials are huddling, and they're going to take a look at the play during the media timeout. The ruling is held ball. We'll see if there's a review for extracurricular activity. 11:40 to go in the first half. Great start for the Gators as the number 1 seed. They lead Norfolk State 26-7. This is the first round of the NCAA men's basketball tournament on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Game-changing plays, life-changing impact. Florida Victorious is a proud partner of the Florida Gators. Score and assist and make a difference on and off the court. Go to FloridaVictorious.com today to empower the student athletes that rep the orange and blue. For as little as 50 cents a day, you can gain exclusive access to Florida athletics, like meet and greets with players and coaches, autographs, and behind-the-scene tours. Become a member of Florida Victorious. The winning begins right here, right now. FloridaVictorious.com.
Hey Gator Nation, this is Vicki Brown-Werski, Director of Gators and Pal Her. As the Bank of Doing and official sponsor of Florida Athletics, Wells Fargo is supporting our student athletes on and off the court with interactive financial health curriculum and empowerment resources. Wells Fargo has a game plan for the full student athlete experience from their first semester on campus through graduation. Learn more about what Wells Fargo is doing to put people and communities first by visiting wellsfargo.com/impact.
Swish! Wawa is here for game day with hoagies, snacks, drinks, and more for you and the entire squad. Order at wawacatering.com, choose pickup or delivery, and get it in time for the big game. Or if you're feeling hungry right now, just open up the Wawa app and order. Choose in-store or curbside pickup, or get it delivered right to your door. Download the Wawa app today. Wawa is a proud partner of Gators basketball.
Play-by-play of Gator basketball is brought to you by Wells Fargo, official retail bank of the Florida Gators. Once again, here's Sean Kelly.
Florida leads Norfolk State 26-7 here in Raleigh. Florida's hit 5 of their last 7 shots, shooting 53% overall. 13 for Walter Clayton Jr. to lead all scorers of the ball game, and the Gators have a 9-0 advantage in points off turnovers so far here in the first half. Very impressive start. Kind of business as usual for the Gators. Maybe a slight jitter or two at the beginning, but certainly it's settled in. The Gators have also used the free throw line to their advantage. They are 5 of 5 here in the early going. All right, let's get our first Inside the Huddle report. Lee Humphrey, here even in the NCAA men's tournament, is allowed to listen into the Gators timeout huddle. Over to you, Lee Humphrey. What have we got?
Coach Golden wants us to attack this 1-2-2 press from Norfolk State more aggressively. Said, hey, we're not turning it over, but we're just throwing the ball back and forth. We're letting them set their defense. Try to kick it ahead, throw it over the top. If you have to throw it side to side or backwards, go ahead, but try to score against this press. Let's speed up the tempo here. And then also on the defensive end, make sure you get body on body so we're clearing out all the rebounds.
Inside the Huddle brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. All right, looks like we've got a double technical foul on the play. One is against Ruben Chinyelu, of course, for the Gators. And maybe, Terrence Jones for Norfolk State. So no free throws, but each player has now a tee on their card tonight. And this was the play that was reviewed after a held ball was called. Rubin and Jones got into it. Jones instigated it. And now it's Norfolk State basketball. 26-7 Florida. Ings off the high middle screen, feeds Fields. Tries to work downhill. Right side of the lane. Chinilu puts the brakes on him. Hand off to Bladen. Shovels wing left. Jones back to Bladen inside. Shoots up close and banked it in. Bladen off the bench, their best player so far, has 5. That's 26-9. Martin, Aberdeen, Klavjar, Condon now, and Chinilu on the floor for Florida. Aberdeen sends it to his right. Martin catches above the three-point line, feeds Condon at the elbow. Look to the rim, sends it wing right. Quick pass up top from Klavjar to Martin. Spinner bounce into Condon. Skip pass wing left. Aberdeen buries the 3 off the catch.
Great pass from Alex. I mean, that was quick. Caught it one-handed, skipped it across the floor.
And they changed the side of the floor often there, just like you had just discussed from the timeout conversation.
Ball movement was great.
Yep. So for the Gators now, 11 rebounds, 7 assists on 10 made field goals. Fields angle right 3. Back iron no good. Leaping rebound for Aberdeen. 29-9 Florida. Martin lost the handle briefly, elbow left. Picks it up, throws to Aberdeen on the right foul line extended. Above that. Back to Martin, wing left 3, short. And a rebound to the left side of the floor, and Jones corrals it for Norfolk State. He'll dribble up the left sideline. Crossover to beat Martin. Into the chest of Chinilu, and a layup is good. He went all the way to the cup, finished with his left hand. Norfolk State have been 2 for their last 11. They're into double figures now at 29-11. 10 minutes remaining in the half. Klavjar holding above his head, wing right, dumps it baseline right. Martin drives, goes to the rim, puts it off the glass, and 1. Finished the play, got continuation off that whistle you heard. The excellent sound mix of Steve Egan, our engineer here in Raleigh tonight. And the foul will put the Gators back to the line, looking for another old-fashioned three-point play at 9:54. This is on Chris Fields Jr.
Like the way Elijah is attacking this zone defense. He took coach's words to heart. He's trying to get into the middle of the zone. He could have easily floated out to the three-point line there, taken a shot attempt, but he drove hard to the middle and was rewarded with and 1.
Free throws good. Martin in the 3 games of the SEC tournament averaged 14.3 points per ball game. He's got 3 points in this one after missing his first 3 shots. 32-11 Florida. 9:48 to go first half. They leave Myers alone top of the arc. He'll glide to his right, dribble handoff to Jones. Jones can't get below the free throw line. Stops, shoots, missed a 16-footer, and the rebound kicks off Aberdeen out of bounds. It'll stay with Norfolk State.
Denzel jumped too high there. The last rebound, he had his head at the rim. This one, he was a little over the rim, and he fumbled out of bounds.
Is too high?
Too high.
Too high.
Denzel's been skying for these rebounds.
He's got some serious ups. Jelani Darden, who started, comes in to replace Jones, and he'll trigger the inbound. Darden looking. He's left of the goal. Lobs it in to Ings, front court left. Guarded by Handlockton here. Careful mismatch. Guard drives past the center, climbs Condon, denied it in front of the rim. Rebound for Handlockton. Both bigs working together. Martin drives up the floor, leaves wing left. Klavjar drives inside the three-point line. Now feeds Handlockton on the nail. Turns, passes right wing for Aberdeen. Aberdeen pulls the dribble out. Goes to Condon, top of the arc. Left-hand dribble and a handoff to Klavjar. On a short roll, Condon can't handle the kind of awkward bounce pass. And there's a kick violation here as well that sends it out of bounds baseline left. So Florida will retain possession baseline left. Yep, that's off the right leg of Myers. Lob it into Condon. Condon top of the arc, thought about a 3. Now dribbles and kicks wing left for Aberdeen. Aberdeen headband on. Feeds Handlockton to the top of the arc. Jump pass wing right. Firing for 3. Martin's got it. He was 3 for 12 last weekend from 3. He's got a triple here in the first half. 35-11 now, Florida. Gators still shooting 57%. Speaking of assist to turnover ratio, Duke set a program record in the game prior to us, and their win opened the tournament. They had 21 assists to 2 turnovers. Darden off the elbow, hands it down the right side of the lane, missed runner, rebound, put it up and in. So missing was Myers the first time, rebounding Myers and making the second time. And a foul of boot is on Alex Condon. So Myers will go to the line at our left. Richard and Clayton will come back in, replacing Aberdeen and Klobuchar.
The only negative on the whole stat sheet, Sean, has got to be defensive rebound. Norfolk State now has offensive rebounded 6 of their 12 misses, so 50% offensive rebound rate is pretty high.
Not acceptable when it comes to this coaching staff in Florida. And the free throw is good. It's 35-14 Florida with 8:15 to go in the first half. Florida trying to stay sharp. Wing left. Richard, rainbow three, no good. Rebound, grabbed by Condon. Hand it to Martin, wing left three. Got another one. Elijah Martin with a pair of threes here during this segment. And we'll get to a timeout here shortly as we roll underneath the 8-minute mark. But Martin's cooking now. He's got 9.
We've rebounded 8 of our 10 misses, Sean.
See, I knew you'd have good news somewhere there. Pump fake, wing left, Darden. Drives to the top of the key. Leaves it from the ding. 3 good. Missed it off the right angle. Good rebound by Kondo. Their center shooting from 3, and it was soft off the rim. Swinging to the left corner. Martin driving, kick back to Richard in the left angle. One dribble, fires a fastball inside. Caught in a double team, handlocked and wiggles to the rim, puts it up and scores. Too big, too strong.
What a catch from Micah. That's 2 tough catches he's made.
Silky mitts, handlocked it. Just gets better and better as he continues to return from injury. This is his 11th game played. 4 points already. Medang, wing right, hands it off. Ings will back the dribble up. Above the timeline, squares the floor and goes to Darden. Short pass to McMahon. 3-ball left side, no. McMahon is a 3-point specialist, but only makes 30%. Inside of the break, Martin catches and assisted from the right wing by Richard. And the Gators use the fast break off the missed bucket to go up 42-14.
Wow, Sean, I mean, what an onslaught. This has been offensive perfection, really, this half.
Without a doubt. And this is just what you'd call taking care of business in a 116 game. For sure. We've reached the under 6 timeout, beg your pardon, under 8 timeout, 6:52 to go. You'd think here 35 games in, I'd get it straight right now, but we'll step aside. 6:52 to go first half. Florida 42, Norfolk State 14. This is round 1 of the NCAA men's basketball tournament on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Gator Nation, this season it's time to act for the greener good. UF and GFL are making great strides to reduce our footprint, and you can help.
Recyclable and compostable paper products, cups, straws, and food waste receptacles are available at the stadium.
Look for the signs and put it in the right can, Greener Gator fan. Think green as you cheer on the orange and blue. Call GFL at 1-800-535-9533 or visit us at gflenv.com. GFL, green for life.
This is the NCAA Tournament on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, it's the Good Greek Spiro, and I'm proud to be the official mover of the Florida Gators football team. The Gators have a winning tradition, and they choose Good Greek to get them there. And when it's time for you to move like a Florida Gator and call Good Greek Moving and Storage. Whether it's local or long distance, Good Greek can do it all. And we'll save you time and money by lightening your load with our junk removal service. So go to goodgreek.com for Good Greek Moving and Storage, official movers of Florida Gators football.
Good Greek Moving and Storage, your superhero movers.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. But we're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
It's great to be a Florida Gator, especially one who scores big by saving lives. You have the power to give others a second chance at life by donating blood with One Blood, the official blood center sponsor of the Florida Gators. Visit oneblood.org to find a Big Red Bus blood drive near you. With Lee Humphrey, I'm Sean Kelly. Florida leads here 42-14 over Norfolk State. 6:52 to go in the first half. That's a pretty good-looking box score that was just handed to you, partner.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a whole game box score in some situations.
You're not kidding. Gators have shot it very well here early on. 60%, 6 threes already down for the Gators. 6 of 6 at the free throw line, and they've held Norfolk State to 26% shooting. 0 of 5 from range. 42-14. The MEAC champs with the ball at the end of our left coming out of the timeout. Jones feeds Bladen. Caught it by Kahn at top of the arc. Dribbles to his right, hands it off. Trying to turn, Darden gets into the paint. Wraparound pass, fumbled by Bladen, and last touch by Richard trying to grab a hold of it under the goal. Was out of bounds, and the Spartans will inbound baseline right.
Great focus from Will, guarding that handoff. He did a nice job switching to the big man, diving to the basket.
Both teams huddling up all of a sudden here. Seems to be some confusion about why we're stopping play.
Is there a replay?
I don't think so. There's 6:32 on the clock. Television's gone to a timeout. I assume we'll take a timeout as well. Or was a 30-second timeout called here?
Coach from Norfolk State is being interviewed by TV right now.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a break. Oh, this is the extra break. We'll keep it right here.
This is the extra interview break.
Yes. Go to break. Go to break, I'm being told now. All right, we'll step aside. 6:32 to go in the first half. Score remains the same. Gators 42, Norfolk State 14 on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip. Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
To aim higher, run faster. It's what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA. To not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units. To not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
They're not just the Gators, they're your Gators. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Gator pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Gators. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official retail bank of the Florida Gators. Copyright 2025. Wells Fargo Bank, NA member FDIC.
You're listening to Gators basketball in the NCAA tournament. Now back to Raleigh, North Carolina. Once again, here's Sean Kelly.
Norfolk State ball of the timeout. 6:32 to go in the first half. Gators lead at 42-14. It'll be a baseline right inbound here with Jelani Darden on the trigger. Transfer from Longwood. Got to Norfolk State prior to the 23-24 season. They've got a mix. Brian Moore, their leading scorer, is a transfer from Murray State. Moore has not scored, and he is back in the ballgame, averaging 18 a game. Inbound to the right wing. 3 off the catch is down. Jalen Myers, or beg your pardon, Ings knocks down the triple.
Got lost on the screen in action.
Yep. That is the first three-pointer of the game for Norfolk State. It comes at 6:20 to go in the half. Clayton trying to answer. Up top, ripped it for 3. Fourth three-pointer in the half for Walter Clayton Jr. That's 16.
Fake the pick and roll with a little crossover. Nice shot.
Talk about a green light. And why not? Bladen catches left of the lane. Bladen walks the dribble above the left high post, throws to a cutter, and Darden catches and glides the rim for a layup coming off the very sharp angle from the right wing.
Breakdown on the defense, back-to-back possessions.
Clayton between the rings. Fires a deep logo 3. It just glanced off the front of the rim. Rebound Darden. And on the break, the outlet man was tripped. I think Martin tripped him. Brian Moore goes down. Okay, that was a heat check, obviously, from Walter Clayton Jr. That's the deepest attempt he's had. Martin is the one charged with the tripping foul. Ings will go out. Myers goes out for Norfolk State. Terrence Jones returns to the floor. So does Fields. Played in between the rings. Flips it to his left to Fields. Coming to catch is Moore. Moore near the top of the arc. Give and go, and tried to flop. Couldn't get a call on a turnover. Outlet pass. Condon ahead to Richard. To the trailing Houck. Catching a two-hand flush for Thomas Houck. 47-19, Florida.
Great vision from Will. Good unselfishness. Reward the big man.
5:10 to go in the half. Norfolk State spaces the floor. 2 up high, 3 along the baseline. Now they'll exchange on the backside. Jones will come up and work off a Bladen screen. Takes a dribble handoff. Picks it up, right angle. Bounce pass to Bladen. Forced away from the top of the arc by Condon. Handed to his right, turning the corner. Down the lane. Darden jumps into Houck. Denied at the rim. Another rim protector for Houck. On the break to a rim running Condon. Condon turns into a right hook. Missed it. Tip followed. Drops in for Thomas Houck. Right off the top of his fingers. 49-19. Florida remains red hot, shooting 60% in the half. 18 of 30 up to the minute. More around a high middle screen. Knocked loose by the help defender. Clayton to the other end. 2-on-1. Behind the back pass to Richard, who's fouled on the catch and gather going to the cup. A little sizzle there from Walter Clayton Jr. And he says, my fault. Will Richard at the free throw line on a foul by Terrence Jones.
I think Will may have wanted that up at the rim so he could go catch it.
Yeah, because when he had to catch it right on his number on the front of his jersey, allowed the defender to rake the ball loose. Hard to throw it a lob behind your back, though. So
that was a tough angle.
Yeah, you're right. Richard's first free throw is good. UConn, Oklahoma. That's the game that follows us. They're matched up with us here in Raleigh. And the winners will play each other on Sunday. Those game times on Sunday won't be determined until all the games have been played today, and that includes the ones out west.
We may find out in the morning, Sean.
I think I will find out in the morning, but maybe there'll be some Gators fans that stay up late to find out what time on Sunday.
Kentucky-Troy underway now. 11-9, 14 to go in the first.
All right, that's a 3-14 matchup. Mixed bag today for the SEC, who's 6-5 so far. Both free throws good by Richard. Fields for three wing right, no good. Weak side rebound by the leaping Will Richard. They'll send it to Clayton. Up the center of the floor, flips it to Richard. Deep three up top. Right of the iron, no good. Rebound to Darden. He'll bring it up himself. Darden eludes Richard. Good crossover. Gets into the paint. Little floater. Good. Down with the left hand. Very nice play by Darden for Norfolk State to make it 51-21.
That was crafty. It's like he got hit. Little left foot, right hand.
Left foot somewhere. Maybe not the right hand. Clayton over the shoulder pass to Houck. Catches top of the arc. Dribble handoff to his right to Clayton. Jump pass over to Amerdeen on the left side. Dribbles to the foul line. Backs it out to Houck. Wide open three lane to left. Ooh, in and out, no good. And a wrestling match for the rebound is going to result in a foul here. And it will be on Bladen for Norfolk State. And it'll take us to the under 4 timeout. So we'll keep it right here with 3:15 to go in the first half. 51-21. And the Gators again shooting a good percentage at 56%, 7 of 18 now from three-point range. That is the most three-point attempts in any half this season for the Gators. And they've got 20 rebounds and 12 assists on those 18 made field goals. Lee Humphrey is going over to listen into the Gators timeout huddle. In the meantime, we mentioned that Kentucky is now underway with more to update here on the evening side. Back at the UF Health Studios, Mike Moat rejoins us. Michael, it's all yours.
Okay, Sean, thank you very much. While Lee listens in, we'll update you on what's happened so far today. You mentioned the SEC 6-5 so far. Mississippi State came back and almost took down Baylor, but the 9th-seeded Bears win it 75-72. Couple of opportunities for a make. Didn't work out. Meanwhile, the top-seeded Duke Blue Devils, these games earlier in Raleigh, they took care of business against Mount St. Mary's, winning easily 93-49. Now, Other games in the East. Second-ranked Alabama struggled with Robert Morris, but they win it 90-81. Mark Sears, a big day, 22 points. They advanced to take on St. Mary's, who came from behind to knock off the 10-seed Vanderbilt Commodores 59-56. Also, you've got a couple of games coming up later this evening. 4th-ranked Arizona and 13th-seeded Akron and 5th-seeded Oregon will take on the 12th-seed Liberty Flames. In the South, the 3rd-seed Iowa State blew past Lipscomb 92-55, and 6th-seeded Ole Miss held on for a 71-64 win over North Carolina. You've got a couple of games later tonight. We'll update you on those in a bit. In the West, along our side of our region, the 12th-seeded Colorado State Rams, the biggest upset of the day so far, as they beat 5th-seeded Memphis 78-70, and it was the 4th-seed Maryland blowing away Grand Canyon. Biggest win in tournament history for Maryland. They win by over 30 today. The game that follows us will be 8th-seeded UConn and number 9 Oklahoma. Meanwhile, the Gators are off to a great start in this first half. Let's see how they finish the first half as we go back to courtside in Raleigh. Here is Sean Kelly. Sean.
All right, Mike, thank you. So we got, I think, 2 12-5 upsets, and that's always one of those featured upset potential slots at the tournament in round 1. All right, Lee Humphrey, I see you've emerged from the Gators timeout huddle. What is the discussion right now?
Coach Gold really loves the way that we've played on the offensive end. He said we've had elite unselfishness. Keep playing like this. Keep attacking. That's the kind of unselfishness that we win a national championship. Really wants to motivate and encourage the ball movement and the sharing that we've had. So we want to win this last mini game coming in 3:15. Be super solid on the defensive end. Make sure you clean up all the possessions.
All right, Lee, thanks. Inside the Huddle brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. Ruben Chinyulu at the line to our right. This is 1-1 for the Gators, as Florida leads at 51-21. Front end down for Ruben Chinyulu. 49% free throw shooter this season. We'll see if Ruben can have a great tournament shooting at the line. Chinyulu's got 5 points, 7 rebounds already. 3:15 to go in the first half. Big deep breath, raises, shoots. Got them both. Way to go, Ruben Chinyulu. 53-21. Walter Clayton Jr. leads all scorers with 16 points, 4 3-pointers so far. Ings picks up the dribble, throws to their center, Meding at the top of the arc. Hand back to Ings. They'll send it quickly wing left. Jones drives to the elbow, dumps underneath. Meding goes up. Shot blocked by Clayton. Loose ball corralled by Clayton. Up the right sideline to Richard. Popped out of his hands, stolen. Dart into the other end. Dart into the rack. Lays it up, in and one. Possible three-point play for Jaylani Darden. Makes it 53-23, and a free throw coming on the foul by Walter Clayton Jr.
Just our third turnover of the half.
Do you remember what you did on March 25th, 2007?
March 25th, 2007. I'm
Yes.
guessing that was our 1-seed game against Jackson?
No, actually it was your game against Oregon.
Oh, against Oregon. Wow, we were that late into the tournament.
We were later into the tournament. You did something pretty good that day. Free throw good.
I remember I hit 7 threes, ripped the net.
I knew you'd remember. The 7 3-pointers that Lee Humphrey hit that day against Oregon is the most 3-pointers made in a tournament game in Florida Gators basketball history. Clayton may chase that down tonight. He's got 4 already.
Just got to make sure he gets enough minutes in.
2.5 minutes left here in this first half. Clayton is on the floor. Aberdeen sends it to Houck, top of the arc. Dumps inside. High low to Chinyulu. Goes up against Meding. Shoots, missed at point-blank range. Put it over the rim. Meding defended it pretty well. On the break to Fields. Layup good. Boy, that threads the needle. Ings from the left angle to the right wing cutting Fields.
That's 3 possessions now in a row where we haven't been sharp defensively.
Yep. And Florida's missed their last 5 shots and another turnover. Stolen by Ings. Ings drives to the other end. Lays it up and in. Probably should have gotten an and one. Florida will race up the sideline. Richard pushed off, trying to get loose for a 3. And Norfolk State's playing its best stretch in the half here, down the stretch in the first half. And another Florida turnover. Their 4th.
7-0 run in 54 seconds. So coming out of the timeout, we are not winning this last mini game, and we need to regroup a little bit here. Been sloppy.
And it's Houck, Chinyulu, Martin, Aberdeen, and Clayton on the floor. It's a 5th turnover, beg your pardon. So it's 53-28 Florida with 1:52 to go in the half. Fields dribbles at the top of the arc. Inside, cutting, catching, a reverse layup is good for Christian Ings. Is it a 9-0 run now? Yes.
9-0 run, 23-point lead. I got to imagine Todd's going to be in the guy's ears at halftime.
Oh,
for
I'd
this.
say we're less than 90 seconds away from that conversation. Clayton bounce pass to a flaring Martin. Martin near the right sideline. Feeds Houck up top. High-low into Chinilu. Falling down, shoots, missed it. They pulled the chair out from behind him. He lost his balance. Rebounded by the Spartans to Fields' top of the arc. Can't drive to the cup. Reset out to Jones, front court right. Jones drives by Chinilu. Goes to the rack. Knocked away by Houck. Loose ball for Aberdeen. Up the floor to Martin. Racing the rim. Missed a layup coming through the left side. Cleared by Norfolk State. Out to Fields. Fields into Chinilu. Goes up and in with a bucket here off the turn. 11-0 run now by the Spartans. Not a good way to finish the half. 40 seconds left. Gators lead at 21. Clayton to Houck. Houck top of the arc for three. Short. Rebounded by Madig. Shot clock's off. Spartans can play for the last shot if they like. Crossover dribble. Pass wing right. Tip. A corral by Jones. Feeds Madig up top. Wide open three. Kicks off the rim. And is out of bounds near the left corner. So there'll be the Gators ball, length of the floor to go with 14.8 to shoot. Condon in, Houck goes out. Richard is going to re-enter. Hanlockton on the floor. Gators have 6 guys on the floor. And Aberdeen will be the man to leave here for the bench. Martin, Hanlockton, Richard, Clayton, and Condon. Condon will throw it in. Clayton will bring it up. 14.8 to go. Hangs will pick him up pretty quick here, right about half court. 10-9. Clayton to his left. Clayton bounce pass toward Condon. Deflected and stolen. Jones ahead to Fields. Tipped away by Clayton. Now Condon to Hanlockton. And he can't get a half court shot away in time. And so the Gators end the half on a turnover. And a very rough stretch for the Florida Gators to end the first half. An 11-0 run for Norfolk State, heading for the halftime locker room. The Gators lead at 53-32, led by as many as 32 here in the half. And we'll await the Lee Humphrey visit with Todd Golden, who had plenty to say to this officiating crew. Lee, it's all yours.
Coach, you go into half up 21. Your thoughts?
We played really well to the end. Some terrible officiating down the stretch, but it was more on us. We got to do a better job taking care of the ball and not settling. But there were some 50-50s that we certainly should have got.
Your message to the guys in the locker room?
We can't be satisfied. We were up 30. Let them get back in the ball game because we were sloppy with the ball.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys, thank you very much. Gators shoot 50% in the half. 7 3-pointers as a team. 10 for 10 at the free throw line. They out-rebound Norfolk State 22-14. The Gators had 12 dimes. But, as Coach mentioned, a little sloppy at the end. 6 turnovers in all in the half for the Gators. But the Florida Gators still lead points off turnovers through one half of play, 13-7. More of the numbers coming up and the thoughts of Lee Humphrey, too. Steve Egan, all set to host. He'll get some help from Mike Moat between halves 1 and 2 as well. Round 1 for the Florida Gators, the 116 game. And Florida leads Norfolk State here at the break, 53-32 on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Swish! Wawa is here for game day with hoagies, snacks, drinks, and more for you and the entire squad. Order at wawacatering.com, choose pickup or delivery, and get it in time for the big game. Or if you're feeling hungry right now, just open up the Wawa app and order. Choose in-store or curbside pickup, or get it delivered right to your door. Download the Wawa app today. Wawa is a proud partner of Gators basketball.
No matter where you are in life, VyStar is there. With banking made for moments big and small, auto loans to get you to those road games, credit and debit cards you can use on game day, home loans for the home team fans. And that's just the beginning. We also give back to the places we call home. Visit VyStarCU.org today. VyStar Credit Union, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Go Gators!
Hey Gator fans, being part of Gator Nation means that no matter where you go, you and your pets are part of the Gator family. That's where Pet Paradise comes in. At each resort, their pet-obsessed staff is ready to help your pet feel right at home. New customers can try Pet Paradise for free with a 1 free stay or play reservation, which includes a day of camp or a night of boarding. At Pet Paradise, boarding, grooming, day camp, and training are all under one roof. Score big with complete pet care for Gator Nation at Pet Paradise.
Get deals on a new Toyota that feel like... Visit your local Toyota dealer for the Ready, Set, Go event. Get 1.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid. Offer valid through March 31st, 2025. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $28.64 monthly payment for every $1,000 finance. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fee. See dealer for details. Toyota. Let's go places.
20 minutes are in the books. This is the Starry Halftime Report. Starry, charge your game with Starry, official soft drink of Florida Gators basketball. The Starry Halftime Report begins now.
Halftime in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's the Gators 53, Norfolk State 32. Steve Egan, Lee Humphrey back at the Lenovo Center, where it's the NCAA tournament well underway. Third game of the day here in Raleigh. Of course, we've seen basketball for the last day and a half. So Gators' turn today, and a pretty good first half until the, last 2 minutes of the first half. So, Lee, your thoughts on what you saw in that first half?
The first 17 minutes, Steve, beautiful. I mean, we were flying up and down the floor, hitting threes, getting rebounds, dunks. I mean, it was an offensive clinic. And then I think you're right, we did just get maybe a little bit bored those last couple minutes, Steve, and we had some sloppy plays. We let Norfolk State get out in transition a little bit. They had a few exciting moments, and you could hear the crowd behind them. The crowd always, and these neutral site, they want to root for an underdog. So the fans got into it a little bit there.
Walter Clayton got things started with a long distance three. He's got 16 in the first half.
Walt's been unbelievable. I mean, 4 threes, and all of them have been really tough shots. Yeah. One of them was a 4-point play, and you're right, that first one he hit was about 30 feet.
What else did you like in that first half from what you saw?
I thought we started the game with perfect intensity and concentration. We did a nice job defensively against Norfolk State. I wish we wouldn't have got sloppy those last couple minutes, but it's a lot to ask for to play a full perfect 20 minutes.
Yeah, but it also gives the coaching staff something to yell about at the half.
That's right. We can stay focused coming out of halftime here.
You can't say, hey, we're just can't just take them for granted. So we'll see what happens in the second half. Lee and I will have more in just a moment. Again, it's the Gators 53, Norfolk State 32. And this is the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Look what we have here. It's the refreshing deliciousness of a Pepsi mini can. It's the perfect complement to any meal. The dash of indulgence your day was dreaming of. The sip that'll have you singing Pepsi.
Nope, not again, Steve. Let's take a cue from the Pepsi mini can and pack all that awesomeness you're feeling into a much smaller treat for everyone. Deal?
So, big awesomeness, smaller size. I think I've got just the thing.
Pepsi mini can. Mini can, big taste.
To aim higher, run faster. It's what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA. To not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units. To not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. This is the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Let's go. Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the swamp. The Gators Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big Go Gators, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Gator pride? Order your card now at regions.com/Go Gators. Regions, official bank of the SEC, member FDIC, Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
It's that time of year again. My schedule is packed with bracket-busting, three-point shooting, non-stop basketball action. I don't want to miss a second of it. That's why I go for a 5-hour energy shot. They're perfect for my days packed with back-to-back games or when my favorite team's playing late. 5-hour energy keeps me going during the broadcast and the next morning when I need to get myself up and to work. Visit 5hourenergy.com for great deals and to stock up before tip-off.
Steve Egan, Lee Humphrey back courtside here in Raleigh, North Carolina. We're at the half. The Gators lead Norfolk State 53-32. All right, Lee, the Gators have built themselves a 21-point lead here at the half. Obviously, I think they'll have no trouble closing this out. But, I mean, what do you look for in the second half?
I want us to start the second half with the same concentration, intensity that we had in the first half. Let's build this lead. Take away any doubts. I think you want to rest your guys like we were able to in the SEC tournament. You want to get Walt, Elijah, some of our guards out of this game. Perhaps get Sam some minutes. He hadn't played in a while, but he's available. And I want us to take care of the ball. Don't let Norfolk, kind of changing defense, their strange style, force any turnovers.
Yeah, they play a lot of zone, and the Gators have brought it up slowly a couple of times, nearly got caught with a 10-second violation. They maybe need to work on that a little bit more.
That's right. We can attack that zone press, and they've dropped back into a 3-2. They've gambled a bit more, too, on the defensive end. They got some steals late. That fed the 11-0 run.
But our big men have had their way under, Hanlockton, Condon, Rubin. They've all had anything they want, really, underneath the glass.
We're dominating the glass. We've got 10 offensive rebounds right now. I don't have any doubt we're going to continue to dominate the glass.
And again, the Gators up 53-32 here at the half. Mike Moda has a look at a very busy day on this second day of the NCAA tournament when we continue in just a moment on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
You know what I love about spring? It's the season of change, and that means it's time for a closet refresh. Enter Kohl's. With the extra 15% off they have going on, I saved on the latest styles for my entire family, like a cute dress for myself, linen shorts for my husband, and spring jackets for my kids. Just add sunshine and we're set. All thanks to Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. 15% offer ends March 23rd. See store or Kohls.com for details.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Gator basketball fans, we are proud to have Dreamfinders Homes in our starting lineup as the official home builder of the Gators. They bring the same energy you could expect from the Gators basketball team to home building in Florida. Focused on beautifully styled new homes from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere Gator fans want to be. Explore all their ready-to-move-in homes in the most desirable communities across Florida at great interest rates. Visit DreamFindersHomes.com for all available homes and outstanding interest rates incentives.
Gator Nation, this season it's time to act for the greener good. UF and GFL are making great strides to reduce our footprint, and you can help. Recyclable and compostable paper products, cups, straws, and food waste receptacles are available at the stadium. Look for the signs and put it in the right can, Greener Gator fan. Think green as you cheer on the orange and blue. Call GFL at 1-800-535-9533 or visit us at gflenv.com. GFL, green for life.
The Starry Halftime Show continues with a look at scores from the SEC and the top 25. Let's go back to the UF Health Studios.
Where at halftime, we are enjoying a 21-point lead, 53-32. The Gators lead this game over Norfolk State. Mike Moat back inside the UF Health Studios. Our halftime coverage continues for you. We have some baseball to tell you about from Condon Family Ballpark, where the Gators and Georgia Bulldogs going at it tonight. They're tied at 4 as they play in the fourth inning. in that contest. We'll keep you posted on that. Now back to the tournament. In the East region, we've got a couple of games done, or one game underway at this moment. Fourth-seeded Arizona off to a quick 9-0 start against the 13th-seed Akron. They're very early on in that contest. Winner of that game gets either 5-seed Oregon or 12-seeded Liberty, who will play later on this evening. Now, into the South region, we've got 7-seeded Marquette and number 10-seed New Mexico underway, and it's the Lobos with a 21-18 lead. They are midway through the first half. Winner of that will get the winner of the Michigan State Bryant contest, which is later on this evening. In the West region, we've had our 5th seed go down. That's the Memphis Tigers, who lose to Colorado State 78-70. Memphis went all the way out to Seattle to play that game. Meanwhile, 4th-seeded Maryland blew past Grand Canyon. Maryland's a scary good team. 91-49 the final in that one. Of course, the winner of this matchup tonight against the Gators and the Spartans will get either the 8th-seed Connecticut Huskies or the 9th-seeded Oklahoma Sooners. Now, in the Midwest, we've got a couple of games that will be played tonight. One underway right now. 3rd-seeded Kentucky. They are leading Troy early on in the contest with about 5 minutes to go in the first half, actually. That score 23-19. Meanwhile, the 6th-seed Illinois will play later on tonight against Xavier, who knocked out Texas in the first 4. Some finals from earlier today. We saw in the East, 9th-seed Baylor slipped by 8th-seeded Mississippi State 75-72, and Duke blew past the Mount St. Mary's team by the final of 96-49. 93-49, I should say. It was Flagg was in the game, didn't play a whole lot, but he still scored 14 points. He had a little over 20 minutes of game action. The 2nd-seeded Alabama Crimson Tide struggled all day with Robert Morris, but they won the game by the final of 90-81. And the 7th-seed St. Mary's Gales wins for the first time in the NCAA tournament, beating Vanderbilt 59-56, a game the Commodores controlled for the better part of the day, but let it get away late in the game. Our score at the break, 53-32. The Gators lead Norfolk State, but an 11-0 run finished the half for the Spartans. We'll see what the second half has in store for us. Sean Kelly's back to bring you the action in just a moment here on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
If your day sounds like,
we need the report ASAP,
you deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. Or if you overcame,
2 more rings, 2 more.
You deserve this ice-cold reward. Modelo, the Remarkable Fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Port Chicago, Illinois.
Swish! Wawa is here for game day with hoagies, snacks, drinks, and more for you and the entire squad. Order at wawacatering.com. Choose pickup or delivery and get it in time for the big game. Or if you're feeling hungry right now, just open up the Wawa app and order. Choose in-store or curbside pickup or get it delivered right to your door. Download the Wawa app today. Wawa is a proud partner of Gators basketball.
This is the NCAA Tournament on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
No matter where you are in life, VyStar is there. With banking made for moments big and small, auto loans to get you to those road games, credit and debit cards you can use on game day, home loans for the home team fans. And that's just the beginning. We also give back to the places we call home. Visit VyStarCU.org today. VyStar Credit Union, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Go Gators!
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude. Gets up when they fall down and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids dealing with unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness or disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Help us get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Steve Egan back at the Lenovo Center here in Raleigh. We're at the half. The Gators lead Norfolk State 53-32. Now with the call the second half of tonight's game. Here's the voice of the Gators, Sean Kelly.
Thank you, Steve Egan.
My voice cracked.
I see that. You okay?
Yes, I'm reaching puberty now, so that's good.
Well, it's good. Congratulations. It's a time in your life.
That's right. It's a very special time.
Trying, and then a ball to the head for Steve Egan. Oh, coming off the warm-ups here as both teams are warming up. Check on Steve here, see if he's okay. We are courtside here on the end where the Gators are warming up for the start of this second half. And we'll tend to Mr. Egan here in just a second. 53-32 the score. Extra long halftime here at the NCAA tournament. Some are wondering about streaming, by the way. A lot of the stations are unable to stream due to NCAA tournament rules. So we'll let you know that we are over the air on the network and streaming on the Varsity Network app through these ball games being played by Florida in the NCAA tournament. And Lee Humphrey, other than the 11-0 run by Norfolk State to end the first half, what'd you take away from the first 20 minutes?
I love the way we came out and started the game. I think the challenge for us is going to be staying in the game mentally. We saw that 11-0 run. A lot of it came off of turnovers. We got super sloppy on the offensive end. So I want us to avoid that really, Sean, because you're also setting yourself up for the game Sunday against UConn or Oklahoma. So you want to stay sharp.
How's your bracket, by the way? Did you fill one out?
I'm not doing great here, Sean. Couple picks out of the SEC hurt me. Missouri, I had us beat Missouri in the Elite Eight, and they go down early to Drake.
Yeah. Oh, I was talking to some folks here in our traveling party. They're like, "Oh yeah, Missouri wins that game." I said, "I don't think you should sleep on Drake and the style that they play. They'll be interesting because they play one of the slower paces in all of college basketball. They eat up a lot of shot clock. It's the one thing about this tournament." And especially when you're dialed into it, you get to see so many different teams that you normally don't get to see during the season. And, of course, as well, there's the different styles of play that come together in the field of 68. We're seeing a different style from Norfolk State. Lee, they've shown us a little bit of everything tonight defensively. They tried zone, they've tried man, they've tried the 1-2-2 zone trap. The Gators, other than at the end of the half, have handled that pretty well. And that's a good warm-up here for what's to come, as you'll see a variety of teams beginning on Sunday with UConn and Oklahoma. One of those two is your next opponent.
Especially these early games, teams trying to create a little bit of chaos, throw things off. Norfolk State, I expect them to take a lot of gambles here, especially coming out of halftime.
All right, so 4 3-pointers for Walter Clayton Jr. All of his makes are from downtown. He's also 4 of 4 at the free throw line. He has 16 to lead all scorers. Also in double figures, Elijah Martin, who's off to a good start at 4 of 8 shooting. And the Gators are assisting as well. They have 12 assists on their 18 made field goals. Again, just 1 or 2 things to clean up. I'm sure that was the conversation in the halftime locker room. They got up by 32 points. Lead here, obviously, by 21. But I guess I'm kind of glad that Ty Golden had something to harp on here in the first halftime of the NCAA men's basketball tournament.
That last 3-minute stretch will be a positive if we come out of this timeout. Out of halftime playing the way we started the game. We had 4 turnovers the last 3 minutes that ignited Norfolk State's run. They went on an 11-0 run to close the half, so I'm sure our guys are going to come out super focused after that.
Steve Egan says he's nodding okay. I'm not so sure he's going to be 100% for the rest of the evening. Steve, are we good?
I think so, yeah. I think so. I just took a shot to the head.
Yes.
We are
a little
in the
woozy
danger zone.
Yeah.
Right here for listeners.
It's a little woozy.
Well, that hasn't happened since the game at Kentucky 2 years ago, so all eyes forward the rest of the way here. And the Gators will have the ball to start the second half. They'll shoot at the end wire left toward their own bench. Same 5 that started out there for Ty Golden. Chinyaloop, Condon, Martin, Clayton, and Richard. Norfolk State will go with their starting 5 as well. No, 4 of their 5. Fields is going to start the second half. Otherwise, Darden, Ings, Beding, and Moore on the floor for the Spartans. Clayton's on the dribble here, picks it up between the rings. Out of the horn set to Condon, goes back door to Richard. Richard dumps it corner right to Martin, back out up top. Condon off the catch, dribbles to the left side of the lane. Back to the goal. They'll double him as he picks it up. Swing to Martin. Martin drives to the right wing, goes up, fouled. Up strong, right of the rim. Elijah Martin will go to the free throw line, where he's 1 for 1 tonight.
Great ball movement. We didn't get what we wanted to early. Will almost had the little curl backdoor cut where we've seen that play quite a bit this year to start the half. He just caught the ball a little bit too deep, and then I love how he kept moving it around the perimeter, getting another post touch.
First one's good. Gators are perfect tonight at the line. 11 of 11 so far. Todd Golden opposite us, seated on the stool, the edge of the scorer's table. 12 for 12 are the Gators now. Both free throws down for Elijah Martin. There's one of 2 Gators in double figures. 13 now for Martin. And he'll pick up defensively on Ings up top. Pass to the right side. Mading, the center, hands it off to Darden. Dribbles to the top of the arc. Flips it to his left. Ings drives, turns to the corner. Floater, good. Ings sends it high up and over Chinilu to score. 55-34 Florida.
Middle penetration just a little too easy right there.
Bounce pass to Condon. Dribbles and gives to Martin the left wing. Elijah takes the dribble to the top of the arc, hands it to Chinilu, goes high-low into Condon. Block left, goes up, stuffed. Ball loose, left of the rim, squirts away from Chinilu, and Mading's got it for Norfolk State. Spartans will advance it along the left sideline. Darden on the bounce here. Darden, crossover dribble, knocked loose by Richard. Richard controls at half court. Richard, bump, no foul, front court right. Flip to Condon, dribble handoff to Clayton. Clayton turns the corner down the right slot. Peels away wing right, squares for 3, falling out of bounds, missed it. Rebounded by Darden. Darden ahead to Ings. Ings dribbles behind his back. Swing to Moore on the left angle. Moore, their leading scorer, has 0 points. 18 a game for him. Off a double drag up top. Moore down the right slot, lays it up, and there's his first bucket of the game.
Coach is going to be very happy with the drive through the middle.
Yeah, you're right. As Clayton goes down the left slot, pushes it off the window to score, and 1. Clayton now with 18 points and another opportunity at the free throw line in a 4-point play early in the game. This one the old-fashioned 3 opportunity, and he's squinting as he took a hit like Steve Egan did.
He wanted the foul call on his last 3-point attempt, and Todd did too. He went down to the official screaming for the foul call.
Missed free throw. First one missed tonight. Ball tipped out of bounds off Condon. It belongs to the Spartans.
Let me see a replay. I thought that was off the Spartans.
So did Condon. You're not alone, Lee Humphrey. Ings will walk it across right up the center of the floor. Flips to his left. Moore sends a chest pass over the top of the arc to Fields. Fields once more back on the ball. Moore catches, retreating front court left. Pick and pop with Mading. Drives, gets under it with a pass over the baseline. Tip, saved. Ings under the goal, deep behind the rim. Goes out to Moore on the left wing. And a foul, a reach-in foul, I think, on Will Richard. Yep, it is. With 3.1 on the shot clock. Bails him out. UConn and Oklahoma after us. The winner gets the winner of this one on Sunday. I interrupted you. Sorry, Lee.
Oh, I thought it was I thought it was maybe going to be a charge there. We'll get at the blocking foul.
Fields left of the lane. Turns over his left shoulder. Shoots past. Hand-locked it and banked it in. Not a hook, not a push shot. Somewhere in between. Martin up the right side. Martin feeds the paint inside. Condon up strong to score right of the rim. Count that. And a foul as well. A whistle that did not make a whole lot of noise. So Condon will go to the line. And Alex is just trying to get going again. In the 3 games played in Nashville at the SEC tournament, 10 points per game, 1 of 6 from 3-point, but he did average 7 rebounds per game. Foul on Mading is the second.
Let's get a stop after these free throws, Sean. Norfolk started the half 3 for 3 from the field.
Oh my gosh, it hit the back of the rim, the top of the backboard, and still went in. Stayed in play. It's 60-38 Florida.
I'm sure I've ever seen a free throw that bounced off the top of the backboard and goes in.
Never have I. Or as the young people say, I was this many days old when that happened. Moore at the top of the arc. Puts it between the legs. Now the left-hand dribble. And a pass to his left to Fields. Fields drives into contact. Shoots, missed it back iron. And a foul on the floor against Handlocked and trying to fend Bladen off. Lee, to your point, it's a 7-6 half so far in favor of Florida. They're trading buckets and free throw opportunities.
It's just been too easy to get into the paint. The drives, we're getting beat off the drives. Norfolk doing a little bit of weave, handoff action, getting into the paint.
Into Fields off the baseline, and it gets inside again and scores at the bucket. Norfolk State's playing the game they want to now. They average 38.2 points in the paint per game. Richard, 3-wing left, way off. A rebound out of bounds and off Norfolk State, so it'll stay with Florida baseline left. We knew this about Norfolk State coming in. They would not go away, even though they got down by 32 points. They play hard, and that's come to fruition here at the end of the first half and the start of the second.
They're doing exactly that. I think their coach talked to them at that 4-minute media timeout in the first half.
Clayton trying to get it in, just deflected out of bounds. The Gators will try this again. Baseline left.
I'd like to see us get 5 to 10 minutes, really sharp play, and then let's, get some rest for our guys.
Yeah, I don't disagree. And a reach-in foul by Moore as Connie caught it up top between the circles. Norfolk State is shooting 4 of 5 in the second half. So their shooting percentage up to 47% now. Gators, who shot 60% or better for the majority of the first half, are now shooting 49% for the game. Third foul on Moore. Their leading scorer has 2 points. Clayton off the near sideline inbound. Flips to Richard, front court right. Cutters over the top. Not a Condon. Condon chest pass to Martin, just right at the top of the arc. Yet to use the dribble. Flips it to his right to Clayton. Clayton left-hand dribble to the top of the arc. Shoots into contact, and a three-point opportunity at the line coming up on a 4th foul now on Brian Moore.
Walt's been fouled on 3 3-point attempts. One of them, and he made for a 4-point play.
I know their scouting report's got to say you got to go close out Clayton, but not like this.
I wonder what the record is for most drawn fouls from the 3-point line.
That's a deep dive in the book. That's a deep
Let's
dive.
Challenge Denver. Somebody send him a text.
3 opportunities here for Clayton. First one's good. Clayton had 33 last year in the NCAA tournament. The loss in the 7-10 game against Colorado. He matched his career high earlier this season. And the both times that he's gone north of 30, the Gators have lost. 2 free throws down. Moore goes out with his 4 fouls. Jones in for him. Third attempt, just like the first 2. All 3 down for Walter Clayton Jr. And the Gators lead at 63-40. That's 21 points now for Walter Clayton. Ings between the circles. Couple of crossovers. Goes around a high middle screen by Bladen. Popping out to catch Jones. Jones drives. Left slot. Goes around Handlockton. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound Fields. Punches one toward the rim, no good. Rebound Fields left side, and he banked it in. He stayed with the play, and the Gators a bit frustrated here.
Jones is quick off the dribble. He's tough to stay in front of.
Got to be better on that defensive glass. 15:49 to go second half. Handlockton tips it to Richard on the right wing. Pass up top, Condon for 3 straight away. Good, needed that. Just mentioned moments ago he was 1 for his last 6 from 3. And with that, the Gators lead at 66-42. Condon with 8. Bladen top of the arc. Looking for a dribble handoff. It's fumbled. Ball loose. Bladen picks it up. Goes to Darden. Right down the path of the lane. And he floats it in over Condon. Timeout on the floor. So 15:20 to go in the second half. And it's tit for tat here in the second half. Gators with a 1-point advantage since halftime. Lead by 22 points. 15:20 to go. Second half. Hauk waiting to check in. Florida 66, Norfolk State 44. This is round 1 of the NCAA men's basketball tournament on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Gators Nation. Just like the Florida Gators dominate on the court, Renewal by Andersen dominates when it comes to top quality replacement windows and doors. Our exclusive Fibrex material is built for performance, energy efficiency, and long-lasting durability. Just like your Gators. As a proud partner of Florida Gators basketball, we're bringing slam dunk savings to your home. Call now for your free consultation and take advantage of our special offers. Don't let old windows hold you back. Upgrade with the winning team. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of Florida Gators basketball. License number CGC 1527613.
Today we have two very special guests on our program introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip. Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
To aim higher, run faster. It's what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA to not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units. To not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
Play-by-play of Gator basketball is brought to you by UF Health. At UF Health, we believe human progress has no finish line. Visit humanprogress.ufhealth.org to learn more. Once again, here's Sean Kelly.
Publix Supermarket is proud to be the official supermarket of the Florida Gators. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Gators lead by 22, but speaking of Publix, Lee Humphrey, we need a little cleanup on aisle 8 here. Gators have some things to discuss in this timeout at 15:20 to go.
Not the start we wanted to see, Sean. Norfolk State 6 for 9 from the field in the second half. They're winning the rebounding battle 6-1. That's a stat we don't want to see. I mean, Norfolk is not going away. They're playing hard, and they're making the game a bit ugly for us.
So, 66-44. Gators have a 1-point advantage since halftime. And Thomas Houck is in for his first run of the second half. Same goes for Aberdeen here off the Gators bench. They're joined on the floor by Martin, Clayton, and Hanlockton.
It's a man-to-man press. Bet you money this ball's coming into Tommy right now.
Who's alone at half court. So he'll dart here toward Clayton and catch just shy of half court. Turn, bring the dribble to the top of the arc. Pushed, kept control wing left. Out to the arc, to Martin. Back to Houck on the near wing. Houck takes the dribble to the top of the arc, goes over the top of the arc, hands it off to Aberdeen. Aberdeen from between the rings, pitch and catch with Hanlock. Denzel takes it to the left side break, feeds Houck, pump fake on 3 drives, and he's tripped by Fields. Houck goes down, skins his left elbow. Don't see any blood. Foul on Chris Fields is his third. That possession had a little more purpose to it.
Tommy coming into the game fresh. Looks like we're going next to a quick timeout here.
Yep. So we'll take another break. 14:59 now left. Same score. Florida 66, Norfolk State 44. This is round 1 of the NCAA men's basketball tournament on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports. And we've got you covered on Sirius XM College Sports Radio. There's complete coverage of every major conference, plus live games and 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now and see offer details at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 25.
This is the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
No matter where you are in life, VyStar is there. With banking made for moments big and small, auto loans to get you to those road games, credit and debit cards you can use on game day, home loans for the home team fans. And that's just the beginning. We also give back to the places we call home. Visit VyStarCU.org today. VyStar Credit Union, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Go Gators!
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Sean Kelly, Lee Humphrey back at Lenovo Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina, the home of the Carolina Hurricanes and the NC State Wolfpack. They are the host of this region. 14:59 to go in the second half. Florida leads Norfolk State 66-44. Gators making their 23rd NCAA tournament appearance. They are 45-20 all time in games played. And come in as a number one seed tonight. Got to get some things cleaned up here, as Norfolk State has bookended halftime with their best play so far. Gators built a 32-point lead by 22, and it'll be Florida basketball baseline right. Into Hauk at the right elbow. Dribbles elbow to elbow, picks it up, pivots 360, flips it a hand lock. It'll beat Fields to the basketball. Back out to Hauk. Hauk top of the arc. Little pocket pass inside to Clayton on the drive of the rim. He glides in for a right-handed layup.
Nice set play out of the break.
68-44. Aberdeen guarding Ings between the circles. They are without their leading scorer, Moore, who's on the bench still with 4 fouls, 2 points. Ings feeds Fields, top of the key. Pass fake to his right, tries to get in the lane. Bumped away by Handlockton. Fields tries again. And a blocking foul on Handlockton. Handlockton picks up the foul with 10 on the shot clock. Micah's got 3 personal fouls. That's team foul number 3 on Florida in the half. Norfolk State's already committed 6 fouls in the half. 14:26 to go. Inbound off the baseline. Jumping catch to the lane. Fields goes back up. Airborne to score. Fields is having a great second half. He played off the bench in the first half. He's into double figures now with 10 points.
7 for 10 for the field now.
Clayton will bring it across on the March Madness logo. Chest pass to Aberdeen coming off the elbow screen. Will feed Handlockton, change sides of the floor. Pass to Martin in front of the Gators bench. Back up top. Hauk out of the triple threat, dribbles to his left. Hits a flaring Clayton below the left side break. Back through Hauk to Handlockton, top of the arc. 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. Micah's got to put it up. Stuffed. Hauk fires top of the arc. Missed that. Tip rebound, hit the back of the rim. Martin saves it wing right and draws a foul. I don't know how Hauk got it away in time at the top of the arc, but it turned out pretty well. Bladen picks up the foul. That's his 3rd. And the Gators will go to the line here 1-1.
13:42 to go in the half. We're already in the bonus, Sean.
Yes.
Shows the aggressiveness that Norfolk has played with this second half.
You said coming out of the halftime locker room, you thought they'd push it a little bit.
It looked like, because they go into halftime with some success, forcing turnovers, gambling, reaching, and they came out in the second half playing the same way.
Clayton checks out with 23 points. Klamjar in for his second run of the game. Front end, short, rebound, Handlockton for the Gators. Back to Martin, the shooter. Martin goes off the far free throw line extended. Feeds Hauk up top. Air ball 3. Handlockton dives out of bounds to save it. And then the throw across half court is going to go all the way to the other end and out of bounds on the baseline right of the goal. That's the other goal. Handlockton with big-time hustle, and nobody could save the ball that he saved from going out of bounds, from going to the other end.
As pretty as this game was to start, Sean, it's gotten ugly.
Yes, it has. Spartans inbound off the baseline to Bladen. Reset up top to Ings. He'll find Jones, wing right. Jones, left-hand dribble, drives, dishes to Bladen, block right, fumbled the catch. Recovers, left-hand dribble, spins on Handlockton, twisting, ball knocked loose. Bladen diving, saves it, and it's corralled on the right sideline by Ings. Ings shoots a leaning 3, no good with the shot clock expiring. Rebound Norfolk State. Another look at it. Ings backs the dribble up front court right. Ings guarded by Klamjar. Richard waited to check in. Crossover dribble, double high screen here. Ings goes right. Ings picks it up, pick and pop. And a step to the elbow, and a jumper's good. And down by Jalen Myers. Norfolk State behind by a lot, but not going away. Aberdeen on the press break. Drives to the rim, lays it up, in and one. Another three-point play opportunity for the Gators. And Norfolk State just cannot stop fouling here in the second half.
Going to be the double bonus quick shot. And that was a great finish from Denzel. I mean, he anticipated the contact and had to put that high on the glass. It was a difficult shot.
Aberdeen at the line. Foul on Myers is his first. Free throw good for Denzel Aberdeen. Can we call it a quiet 8 points off the bench for Aberdeen?
Quiet 8.
Quiet 8.
And the early 3.
71-48. Gators in control. 12:35 to go in the second half. The rate we're going, all 4 number 1 seeds will get through round 1. 2's pretty much chalk as well. Darted left side of the lane. Sealed off by Aberdeen. Throws it out left wing. Ings takes it, drives, goes to the cup, and finishes over Condon. Yeah, a near dunk for Ings, who is a highlight reel type dunker.
You got to be ready to move your feet. Norfolk is looking to drive every time.
Yeah. Here comes Klopjar to catch right in front of us. Chest pass to Houck, top of the arc for 3. Too strong. Rebound saved in front of us by Jones. Jones will bring it up the right side. Jones has it, now drives, gets by Klopjar, wraparound pass along the baselines, off to Spartan shoulders and out of bounds into the Spartans bench. That'll take us to the under 12 media timeout. Gators coaching staff has got an earful for the Gators as they come to the bench. Gators in control, but it's an 18-18 second half here between the 1 and the 16 in the West region. We'll step aside. Florida 71, Norfolk State 50. You're listening to round 1 action of the NCAA men's basketball tournament on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
If an insurance company is there to sell you insurance, shouldn't it also be there to service it with real people? At Florida Farm Bureau Insurance, we're here to help. We're focused on your specific needs. That's why we have local agents working for you in every county across the state, offering competitive rates and fast, friendly service. It's more than insurance. It's the kind of treatment you deserve. Find a local agent at ffbic.com to set up your free no-obligation insurance review. Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what we do best. Proud to support Gators Athletics.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Get deals on a new Toyota that feel like... Visit your local Toyota dealer for the Ready, Set, Go event. Get $1,750 in bonus lease cash on a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5. Offer valid through March 31st, 2025. Offer entitled $1,750 bonus lease cash on the lease of a new and untitled 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5 gas vehicle. Bonus cash may be used only toward down payment or capitalized cost reduction on the new vehicle. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
You're listening to Gators basketball in the NCAA tournament. Now back to Raleigh, North Carolina. Once again, here's Sean Kelly.
The unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. Out of the timeout huddle, Lee Humphrey joins us across the way. Lee?
Coach telling his guys to have some pride and keep somebody in front of them on the defensive end, saying Norfolk is not looking to shoot it. Pay attention to the scout. Contest late, but main thing is keep them in front of you on the drive. They're driving you every time. We're over-helping. We're just not that disciplined on the defensive end right now.
Inside the huddle, brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. 71-50, Gators in control. But as Lee mentioned, it's not been the half that Florida wants. 18 points for each side since the halftime locker room. Gators ball out of the timeout, shooting at the end to our left. Aberdeen will bring it up. Richard back into the ball game, cuts over the top of two screens, catches right in front of us. He's above the left foul line extended. Dump it into Condon, block left. Pass fake, muscling against Meding. Turns, right hook, missed it, back iron. Rebound off the shoulder of Hauk. Now he punches it to Aberdeen on the right wing. Feed Klobuchar up top. Drive and kick to Kondo. Straight away for three. And a tip follow, just missed by Hauk, draws a foul. So Hauk will go to the line on what is now the 9th team foul against Norfolk State and the first on Jalen Myers. Hauk at the free throw line where he's 1 for 1. Gators shot, 86% from the line in the championship game of the SEC tournament. Tonight, partner, 89.5% going into this trip.
Let's keep that trend alive. We're making our free throws.
And Hauk misses.
Tommy has been on fire from the free throw line, though, so.
Good save, partner.
We can let him miss every once in a while.
Hauk, last 3 games, 18 of 22 at the free throw line. He does make the second here.
We're showing the 1-2-2 press. We haven't seen this in a while. Coach trying to mix up the flow.
Yeah, crank him back up again. 72-50 Florida. Norfolk State breaks it. Ings chest pass to the right side of the floor. Darden quickly finds Meding up top. They send it in, and a catch off a cut is good for Darden. Norfolk State playing well here since the break. They've cut it to 20. Aberdeen finds Condon top of the arc. Goes backdoor on a cut left wing by Klobuchar. Tried to shove it into traffic. It's deflected and stolen. He wanted Hauk. Ings away with it. Ings crossover dribble into the paint. Kicks it to the left corner. Saved there from going out of bounds by Jones. Jones had a pass deflected and saves it wing right. They'll back out, and Darden will reset with a give to Ings at the center jump circle. 12 on the shot clock. Meding, the center, comes out to catch top of the arc. Quick exchange to his left. More back in. Now to Ings. Crossover dribble. Drives, and he's fouled on a blocking piece of contact from Denzel Aberdeen. Chinyulu's going to come to the table and check in on the dead ball.
Coach wants us to take a step back on the defensive end on these drives. Keep him in front of us. Ings is not pulling up off the dribble from 3.
No, that's right. And again, we take you back to what we said earlier. They're 306th in the country in three-point shooting. They're 1 of 9 tonight. Ings off the inbound. Gives it up. Pump fake from 3. Darden won't take the 3. Bounces it to the elbow. Goes across to Myers. Mid-range jumper, no good. Deep in the shot clock. It glanced the rim, but it's rebounded by Chinyulu. Up the left sideline to Aberdeen. Condon trying to get a position here. Steps off the left side of the lane to catch. Guarded by Myers. Backs him into the color. Pivots over his right shoulder. Shoots blocked by Myers. Myers grabs the loose ball. So Condon thwarted left of the lane. Gators led by 32 earlier tonight. And now they can get it under 20. Jones, wraparound pass to Myers, top of the arc. Through Meding to the right wing. Darden dribbles to the right baseline. Shoots and hits a wing right jumper. A deep wing jumper. And it is an 18-point ball game now. 72-54.
11 for 16 in the second half, Norfolk.
69%. Aberdeen goes down the right side of the lane. Kicks it out to Condon. Long dump pass to Richard. Drive and kick off the baseline. Up top, Condon wide open for 3. Banked it in. The Raleigh State Bank is open. Condon knocks down the 3. Alex into double figures with that. He's got 11. Lead is 21 now. 75-54. Condon with 9 points in this half. Hangs around the high middle screen. Drives, gets inside to Meding. Catches in front of the rim, and he's fouled. He missed the bunny. But Meding will go to the free throw line. Guel Meding, 3-star out of high school, native of High Point, North Carolina. Was fouled by Will Richard. And he'll go to the line here for a pair.
I want to know how many paint touches Norfolk has this second half. It's a lot.
Well, points in the paint. 42-28 advantage for Norfolk State.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's normally where we do the teams.
42 of their 54 points.
We know they only average 5 made threes a game, so they're not shooting threes. They're going to score in the paint, but still a bit surprising how they're scoring at will against us the second half.
First free throw, no good. Clayton back on the floor. Klobuchar and Aberty to the bench. Martin also back on the floor. Meding splits the free throws.
They've taken 47 shots and only 9 from the three-point line. I mean, that is an old-school stat there.
Starting 5 out there now for the Gators. Let's see if they can make a push here. We're 8:33 away from the end. And another Norfolk State foul. Darden, kind of a silly piece of conduct here on a fake dribble handoff. And it's double bonus now for the Gators the rest of the way. That's 3 on Darden. And Richard will go to the line. Richard, through the first 34 games, 13.6 points per ball game. At the SEC tournament, just shy of 17 points per game. He was 7 of 18 from downtown in Nashville. Second free throw is no good. Rebounded by Meding. Richard trying to steal it back. Pokes it out of his hands and out of bounds. It'll stay with Norfolk State. Spartans, partner, have hit 4 of their last 5 shots now. 21-point advantage, though, for Florida.
Showing the 1-2-2 again.
And Bladen will sub in for Meding.
Probably good we're playing this. We may need it at some point in the tournament.
I don't think there's any doubt. Norfolk State breaks that Gators press. Ings between the rings with it, holding at his waistband. Now bouncing with the right hand, crossover dribble. Puts it between his legs again. Flips it to Fields, who just re-entered. Hand back to Ings. Dribble handoff to his left. Darden takes it over the top of the arc. Drive and kick to the right sideline. Off the jab step. Jones drives into Clayton. Shovels it along the baseline and lost it out of bounds, looking for Bladen. Turnover by Norfolk State will take us to a timeout. Gators basketball, and we come back. Exactly 8 minutes remaining in regulation. The 1 seed, Florida, leads the 16th seed, Norfolk State, 76-55. This is first round action of the NCAA men's basketball tournament here on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
It's game time. As the Gators hoops action heats up, there's only one way to cool down: Shock Top Belgian White. So grab your friends and a couple cold ones and toast to the thrill of college basketball. Shock Top Belgian White. Shock your world. This refreshing beer brings a burst of citrus to your glass, making it the perfect choice for cheering on your Gators. Whether you're a rowdy reptile or watching from the couch, Shock Top Belgian White is a slam dunk for all the nail-biting buzzer beaters and unforgettable alley-oops. Shock Chomp. Shock Top, the official craft beer of University of Florida Gators Athletics. Please enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Shock Top Brewing Company, Portland, Oregon.
This is Florida basketball from Learfield.
Hey Gator fans, being part of Gator Nation means that no matter where you go, you and your pets are part of the Gator family. That's where Pet Paradise comes in. At each resort, their pet-obsessed staff is ready to help your pet feel right at home. New customers can try Pet Paradise for free with a 1 free stay or play reservation, which includes a day of camp or a night of boarding. At Pet Paradise, boarding, grooming, day camp, and training are all under one roof. Score big with complete pet care for Gator Nation at Pet Paradise.
Look what we have here. It's the refreshing deliciousness of a Pepsi mini can. It's the perfect complement to any meal. The dash of indulgence your day was dreaming of. The sip that'll have you singing Pepsi.
Nope, not again, Steve. Let's take a cue from the Pepsi mini can and pack all that awesomeness you're feeling into a much smaller treat for everyone. Deal?
So, big awesomeness, smaller size. I think I've got just the thing.
Pepsi mini can. Mini can, big taste.
Hey, Gators fans, for pet fanatics like you, there's only one place that goes all out for your pet the way you do. Pet Paradise. Sporting, grooming, day camp training, and veterinary services. Find the location nearest you. Visit petparadise.com. With Lee Humphrey, Steve Egan, Sean Kelly here courtside in Raleigh. Gators lead Norfolk State 76-55. Both teams have had the same amount of points in the second half. Down to 8 minutes left in regulation. What do you want to see the Gators do here to finish this ball game?
I'd like to see a good clean 4-minute segment. Let's build the lead here. Let's get some stops. I'd like to get us a kill or two. We had 2 kills in the first half. Pretty sure we haven't had any in the second half.
Kill being 3 consecutive stops for the Gators defense. Hard to do when Norfolk State in the second half is shooting 69%, 11 of 16 from the field. They've out-rebounded Florida in the second half, 10-7. Gators still being led by Clayton's 23 points. Lee Humphrey's record of 7 made threes in a tournament game is still okay. Clayton, who had 4 threes in the first half, has not hit a triple here since the intermission.
We got out such a fast start. We just lost a little bit of focus. I mean, 42-14 at one point, Sean.
Clayton brings it up. Bounce pass to Condon at the top of the arc. They double him on the catch. Kondo dribbles to his right to get out of trouble. Handed to Clayton. Swing, left wing. Here's Clayton. Clayton off one dribble. Launches the 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound off Condon. Grabbed by Richard, and he's fouled on the floor. Ings raises his hand, says it's on me, and the official nods in agreement. And the Gators will go back to the free throw line for attempts 24 and 25 in the ballgame.
A lot of free throws. We still have 7:42 to go, Sean.
UConn and Oklahoma are going to start pacing in the back hallways.
I don't get the sense that Norfolk State's going away either. They're going to play this last 7:42 like it is their last.
And why not?
That's right. Why not?
Free throw's good for Richard. Norfolk State has advanced to the round of 32 one time in their history when they upset Missouri in a 15-2 matchup back in 2012. Then the Gators actually, in the only other meeting between these two teams, dispatched Norfolk State by 34 in round 2 back in 2012. Richard's free throws are good. Norfolk State breaks a mini press, and Blayden's holding left foul line extended. Flips it out. Moore drives from the left wing. Reverse layup's good. Moore's been extremely limited tonight with 4 fouls. That's just his second field goal made. He's got 4 points. He averages 18 a game.
Coach is frustrated on the bench with another drive to the basket.
78-57. Clayton turns it over, trying to jump past one off the near wing to up top. Back to the rack, and Condon denies the layup opportunity by Ings. And on the rebound of the miss, a foul called on Alex Condon. So that is going to, I think, put Norfolk State into the bonus. Waiting on the updated total tally. That's team foul number 6 on Florida. So Darnan will inbound baseline right. Darnan looking with 7:07 to go. Into Ings on the right angle. Flips it up top. Darden dribbles to his left. Feeds Ings to the top of the arc. Blayden will catch from him. Hand it back to Moore. Moore turns, drives to the lane. Falling away from the left side of the lane. Shoots, missed it. Martin, who's the defender, has the rebound. Outlet pass to Clayton. Clayton up the right side. Backs it up to Condon. Finds Richard on the left wing. Richard a couple of dribbles. Goes back to Condon. He'll take the ball over the top of the arc and hand it to Martin. Squares. Shoots for 3. No good. Rebound in a crowd for Condon. Tied up. Trying to muscle it up and muscled into a foul. First of all, how he avoided that ball being held is remarkable. And the strength by the Aussie to go back up to draw the foul and get to the line. That's pretty impressive for the sophomore Alex Condon. Draws a 4th personal foul on Darden.
He had the whole team on him, Sean. I mean, all 5 Norfolk State guys are right there in the paint.
All I saw was green jerseys around him from shoulders down. And now the pink shoe wearing Alex Condon at the line to our right. First free throw, or our left. Free throw is good. Gators have missed 6 of their last 7 shots from the field. Still in control.
Condon with the pink Jordans.
Yeah.
He's got 5 guys on the floor. 4 of them have the same shoes, all with a different color scheme.
We're a long way from the days of you and I coming up. Missed the second. Punch out rebound finds Richard. Could be a good trip here to Clayton. Gives it up in the corner to Martin. Martin drives baseline left, winds and dunks it with the right hand. Haven't seen a dunk for the Gators since early in the ball game. That makes it 81-57. 6:20 to go. Ings between the circles. Kentucky's got their hands full right now in a 3-14 game with Troy. Cats lead by 9 in the second half. Up top, Darden for 3. Nope. Condon, 1-on-3. Can't corral the rebound, but it's tipped out of bounds. It goes off Condon last, so it'll stay with the Spartans. Elijah Martin here has had a good night. He's 50% from the floor, 15 points. That dunk, his last make.
Holding his wrist a little bit after that dunk. I think he's sore from the rib.
I know. The last time I did that, I did the same thing. 6:04 to play. Bounce pass into Moore, left of the lane. Moore retreats to the dribble, back toward his own bench. Fires for three. Back iron, no good. Rebounded by Clayton. Walter will bring it up. Clayton to the top of the arc. Hezzy goes down the left side of the lane. Pump fake on the pickup, and then lost the handle. Bladen with the loose ball for Norfolk State. Gators have turned it over now 10 times. 5:35 to go. Hangs between the circles, guarded with some space by Clayton. Double screen coming. Pick and pop with Fields. Fields catches, works down the left slot, twisting, shooting around Clayton, scores a 4-footer. Fields has been up close and personal in the second half. He's got 14 for the game. 81-59. Gators leading ball. Haug dribble handoff to Martin between the rings. Yeah, Fields playing off their bench, averages 8 points a game. He's having a career night. Haug into the paint, throws out deep from the color to Richard. Richard picks up the dribble, throws it over the shoulder pass to Martin, sideline left. Jones reaches in and fouls him. So Martin will go back to the free throw line with 4.9 on the shot clock. He was either going to have to shoot it or get fouled. He got fouled, and that's 3 now on Jones.
Walt wanted the foul, the possession before. I think he was frustrated. He didn't get it on the turnover.
Raises, shoots, knocks down the free throw.
Walt's not going to be too happy about his 4 turnovers. He's been a little bit sloppy at times.
They've thrown the kitchen sink at him, that's for sure. We'll go back to our pregame interview with Todd Golden. He said we might see a lot of everything from Norfolk State. He wouldn't kid. Martin's 2 free throws go through. So Elijah's got 17. Gators lead at 83-59, and Martin checks out with 4:56 to go. He might be done for the night. Aberdeen comes in. Ings gets it just across the half court before feeding Fields on his left. Quick feed to Jones, and he drives and draws a foul. Gators on their heels here defensively on the left wing.
Will there just caught sleeping. He knows he's driving. I don't get it. Coach is the same way. He put his arms out to Will. It's, come on.
3 fouls on Will Richard now. Richard's only got 5 points. He hasn't made a shot from the field. All 5 of Will Richard's points have come at the free throw line. The Gators are still going to get to where they've kind of been these last 6 games, where they've averaged 93.8 points per ball game. But you don't it doesn't feel like they have the same steam rolling right now. First free throw is good by Jones.
We had it for 17 minutes.
Yes.
And then since then, it's been I guess since then, Norfolk State has slightly won the game.
53 first half points for Florida. Second free throw good. Norfolk State at 32. Gators have outscored Norfolk State by a bucket here in the second half, 30-28. Full court pressure. Aberdeen throws it into Handlockton, who came from half court to get it. And it back to Aberdeen. They're going to try and blitz him here at the half court stripe. Aberdeen gets across with a pass to Handlockton. Now to Hauck, a broken floor, attacks the rim, lays it up, missed it. Back to the free throw line goes Thomas Hauck. Attempts 30 and 31 now coming up for the Florida Gators. Gators have shot better than 82% at the line tonight. And that is 5 fouls on Bladen. So he is disqualified. The senior transfer from Ryder was their best thing going back in the first half. He is now done, and Meding will come in for him.
29 free throws. Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot. And 2 more opportunities now for Thomas Hauck, looking to add to his 8 points. Missed the first. Little short. Gators won the points in the paint category 23 times coming into tonight. They're getting beat on the paint here tonight by a team that's leaned on it all season in Norfolk State. Second free throw went through. Quickly up the floor to Moore. ISO here against Clayton. Spins, takes it deep right side of the lane. Coming to catch from him is Ings. Ings dribbles all the way back out to between the circles on Aberdeen. 4:20 to go. Ings looking backdoor for Moore. Nothing there. Meding comes off the elbow to catch. Hands it off to Fields. Fields turns on the right side of the lane. Shot blocked to the edge of the paint by Houck. Loose ball for Aberdeen. 2-on-1. Lob to the rim. Houck caught the errant pass and hands it to Handlock. He's able to finish with a lay-in left of the cup.
Denzel wanted a highlight play so bad, but that alley-oop just wasn't there.
86-61. Handlockton was 6. 3:50 to play. Over to Jones. From the left angle, drives in and out of the three-point line, shoots for a triple, missed it off the left side. Rebounded by Will Richard. Klavjar heading for the table to check in. Next dead ball, which will also be a timeout. Houck turns, pitches to his right to Clayton. Clayton picks it up, shovels out to Aberdeen below the right timeline. Quick feed to Houck at the top, and he'll find Richard. Richard fires for three. Good! A deep three straight away is the first field goal made by Richard tonight with 3:15 to go in the game.
Will put his hands up in the air saying, finally, I get a shot to go down.
We'll get to that next time out. Mike Mote will update the UF Health Studio scoreboard. Moore drives down the right side of the lane, lays it up and in. He's a tough one. And there's your dead ball. A timeout called by Norfolk State. It'll be a full timeout. 2:59 to go. And we'll take a break. Florida 89, Norfolk State 63. This is the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Gator Nation, this season it's time to act for the greener good. UF and GFL are making great strides to reduce our footprint, and you can help. Recyclable and compostable paper products, cups, straws, and food waste receptacles are available at the stadium. Look for the signs and put it in the right can, Greener Gator fan. Think green as you cheer on the orange and blue. Call GFL at 1-800-535-9533 or visit us at gflenv.com. GFL, green for life.
Today we have two very special guests on our program introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip. Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
To aim higher, run faster. It's what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA. To not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units. To not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
Play-by-play of Gator basketball is brought to you by Starry. Charge your game with Starry, official soft drink of Florida Gators basketball. Once again, here's Sean Kelly.
2:59 to go. Gators 89, Norfolk State 63 here in the rally action in the West region. Mike Motes standing by in the UF Health Studios. Mike, give us some scores of other interest here during the evening session on day 2.
Well, we're looking at another SEC school right now taking on Troy, that, of course, being the Kentucky Wildcats, and right now they lead 51-39, just about 11 minutes to go in regulation there. Also, in the East, you've got 4th-seeded Arizona leading 13th-seeded Akron 41-31. That one has reached the half. Some scores also from the South. You've got 7th-seeded Marquette. Got their hands full with 10th-seed New Mexico. 43-40. The Lobos lead that. That one's early in the second half. Other games later, and we'll update you on a full scoreboard update. That'll happen in our post-game coverage. Let's see what the Gators can do to finish this game up big. Let's see how they finish it. Let's go back to courtside. Here's Sean.
Mike, thank you very much. Dan Lockton, Houck, Richard, Klavjar, Aberdeen out of the final timeout huddle. We expect here 2:59 to go. Lee, there's no doubt the Gators will be playing on Sunday. We don't know what time. We don't know whom against. It'll be either UConn or Oklahoma. They're getting ready to play here in Raleigh after us. Full court pressure. Aberdeen throws it into Hanlockton, and he'll quickly offer to Will Richard, who will break the press with a pass back to Aberdeen, front court left. Aberdeen dribbles to his right toward the Gators bench. Pass to Houck between the circles, dribble handoff to Richard. He'll take the dribble over the top, find Aberdeen corner left. One dribble, and then they said he stepped on the sideline. He did not.
I didn't think he was
No,
close
he
to the
stepped on the
sideline.
three-point line.
Just shoot it, Denzel. He was wide open.
That's a bad call. 2:37 to go. 89-63. And now Aberdeen picks up a blocking foul as Ings was dribbling to his right. So that will put Norfolk State on the line in the bonus.
I want to see a replay of that out of bounds.
Aberdeen picks up his third. We're going to find out what I just saw to my left. Literally what? 12 feet away? 15 feet away?
It's right in front of us.
Yeah. Picked the wrong black line that his foot went up on. First free throw is good for Christian Ings. Norfolk State pleased with their 24 wins on the season. Back in the field of 68. Gators going to keep two things perfect here tonight. Their perfect record when leading at the half, and their perfect record when leading with 5 minutes to go. Missed second free throw, Hanlockton with the rebound. Aberdeen will break it, getting it across to the pass to Klobjar. He's fouled, they won't call it. Pass to Aberdeen, he's clobbered, no call. I'm okay with that. Now to Houck, dribbles into the paint, scooper at the rim, no good. Does draw a foul.
Get down there close to the basket. They got to call more of them.
That one kind of not turn a blind eye to. Fouls on Myers, his second. Houck back at the line where he's 3 of 5. This can get him into double figures. 23 for Clayton, 17 for Martin, 12 for Condon, and 10 for Thomas Houck now as he knocks down the first. Well, the Gators were sizzling earlier from 3. Right now, 10 of 30. Shooting just 48% now for the game. It definitely cooled after they got up by 32 points. Both free throws good for Houck. And making his NCAA tournament debut, the Gators freshman Isaiah Brown will replace Will Richard. Brown did not play in the championship game against Tennessee. 91-64 Florida. We're down to 2:12 to go. Ings over a double screen up high. Turns down the right side of the lane. Shoots over a double. Missed it. Rebound tipped by Houck to give Hanlockton a chance. And he's stripped. Back up to score. No, missed the shot. And Moore got hammered. He'll go to the free throw line. Nope, it's Ings. I beg your pardon. Hanlockton held it out, and Ings popped it loose.
He was fouled, though.
Yep.
He got raked across the arm.
This is all garbage time now. Fouls on Isaiah Brown. Florida is north of 90 points again. 25th time in the Todd Golden era that Florida scored more than 90. And it's hard to think. I know they had a head start with 53 in the first half, Lee, but kind of the way the second half has been played out, it'll be weird when you look at the final box, right? You'll look at a blowout win, think no problem, but there's just something not right.
We took care of business.
Yep.
We did it almost too quickly.
Yeah, in some ways.
We had a 32-point lead in about 15 minutes.
It was 53-21 when the Gators got that 32-point lead. No lead changes, no ties. Klobjar races up the right side. Lobs for a backdoor cutting Brown. He collided with Houck. Houck saves what was then a loose ball. Shovel out to Brown, wing right for 3. Little strong. Rebound loose. Hanlockton grabs it. Give back to Brown. He goes right down the lane and dunks with 2 hands. Boy, he rocked the rack on that one. And the bench explodes here for the freshman. 93-66, or a minute and a half away. Moore around a high middle screen, dribbles to the left wing, pick and pop, give to Myers up top for 3, and he knocked it down. He flexes with his right arm. Down 93-69. Aberdeen will bring it across. So Florida to the round of 32 will meet either UConn or Oklahoma on Sunday. Aberdeen bounce pass to Houck, top of the arc, 1 minute to go. Over to Klajar, wing right three. Back iron no good. Another rebound for Handlock. Then to Houck, diving down the lane, lays it up and in. He got hit. They're not going to blow the whistle. But Houck with the finish.
Micah with 8 rebounds now.
8 rebounds, okay.
Just a sub here.
Yep.
Quick timeout for a sub.
Keep it right here. That'll allow the Gators to sub in too. And a couple of the walk-ons get a run. Bennett Anderson and Cooper Josephsberg into the ball game for the Gators. Josephsberg has not played since February the 18th. Houck's out. Handlocked out. Bennett Anderson, of course, saw his last appearance in the semifinals of the SEC tournament. This is his 8th game played. 4 career points now for Anderson. Norfolk State also emptying their bench a bit. Myers off the inbound, try to give it up top, knocked loose by Aberdeen, saved in the backcourt. And one of their walk-ons leaks into the game. Missed shot at the rim, rebound Myers off his hand, and knocked out of bounds by the Gators with 33.1 seconds to go. Jordan Leaks has come in. Mello Baines, freshman, also on the floor now for Norfolk State. Into Baines, wing left three. Long. Tip rebound, weak side, and one by Leaks. Leaks little floater right at the rim. That won't go. Rebound, Bennett Anderson. Anderson with the shot clock off can just get it across half court. And for the second time in a week, Anderson can have it in his hands when the ball game is finished. He'll pass to Josephsberg and give him that honor. Cooper will dribble it out. Chop this one up for the Gators. Florida's off to round 2. They win it here over Norfolk State, 95-69. Florida with the win is 31-4 overall in the season and into the round of 32 for the first time under Todd Golden. Norfolk State's season comes to an end, 24-11 on the year. All 4 number 1 seeds survive. The Gators used 53 first-half points, outscored Norfolk State in the second half 42-37, and again win it 95-69.
We came out and we set the tone early, Sean. It wasn't pretty down the stretch, but it's tough when you build such a lead to play a full 40, and we're playing Sunday in the round of 32.
Indeed, and we'll see either UConn or Oklahoma. That game to be played here after these two teams clear the floor. On the other side of the bracket, Maryland and Colorado State, they will play in Seattle on Sunday. And so the winner of this region, this regional, I should say, will end up meeting the winner of that, the Seattle grouping, out west in the Sweet 16. And then eventually the rest of the region will catch up in the round of the Elite 8. So there's still a ways to go. But step 1 has been taken here by the Gators, who are led in scoring by Walter Clayton Jr.'s 23 points. Clayton had 4 threes, all of them in the first half. He was 7 of 8 at the free throw line. Elijah Martin, really nice ball game, 17 points. Just 1 turnover for Martin. He was 5 of 10 from the field and 5 of 6 at the free throw line. So there is some good and there's some cleanup to do here for the Gators, as they, as you said, took care of business tonight in taking care of Norfolk State in the 1-16 game. And Walter Clayton Jr. is on his way to us here courtside as our star of the game for the Florida Gators. He will don the headsets. And again, that line once more for Clayton, 23 points, 6 of 11 shooting, 4 of 9 from 3, 7 of 8 at the free throw line, 5 rebounds and 2 assists. Walter Clayton Jr., congratulations. Round 1 is done here for the Gators in a good way. What did you take away from the ball game you guys just played?
I think we came out very strong, got a good lead, and then we kind of let our foot off the gas a little bit. You know, we can't allow that to happen, so we're just going to learn from that. You know, we're going to be better next game.
Well, you get the tone started deep three. What was the mood from the guys coming out, though? Because you mentioned that you got a big lead, and you guys are super focused coming out.
Nah, for sure. I think everybody was just locked in. You know, we was looking at Norfolk like they was one of the best teams in the country, and, you know, that's how we was treating them at first. And then, you know, we kind of built that lead, and our perspective changed a little bit, and that's something we can't let happen. So just got to learn from it to be better.
Yeah, there are things to clean up, right? I mean, specifically when you look at playing again here in about 48 hours or less, what would, if you can make a wish list, Walter, you guys would be better on Sunday at what?
Defensive rebounding for sure. Taking care of the ball. I think me specifically, also I have 4 turnovers. You know, I got to be better on that. Taking care of the ball. And I think really just those main 2 things. You know, shots not going to fall every night. Tonight they did. But, you know, I think we clean those 2 things up. We'll be in a good position any game we play.
Under your head coach, you're to the round of 32 for the first time. Now does it take care of the loss to Colorado last year in the first round?
You can say that, you know.
Yep.
Just we taking it one game at a time, one half at a time, one possession at a time. So we just got to keep on doing what we do, keep on moving forward.
Well, the only guy on this team that's gone all the way to the Final Four is Elijah Martin. Walter, he had 17 tonight. He looked like he knew where all this can go eventually.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah. When you think about UConn or Oklahoma, you've obviously seen Oklahoma, but UConn in that mix as well. You haven't seen them yet as a Gator, but it's intriguing, isn't it?
For sure.
Just to